The Rocky Mountains are the backdrop. 80 kilometers west of downtown Calgary, the site of this year's BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021, coming to you from Canada Olympic Park. And inside the Winsport Arena, beautiful facility, about 10 years old. It's been the host site of the curling bubble for the last few weeks, and this week it is day 3 coming up of the championship, and our feature matchup today in session 7, the United States. John Schuster and his Olympic gold medalist taking on Japan. Yuta Matsumura skipping that team. Let's meet the teams. Team USA, lead John Landsteiner, second Matt Hamilton, the third Chris Plies, and the skip John Schuster. Team Japan, lead Shinya Abe, the second Yasumasa Tanida, the third Tetsuro Shimizu, and the skip Yuta Matsumura. Here's our standings through 2 days of competition. Norway on top with 4 wins, no losses. Still 4 teams undefeated. And our feature matchup, United States at 2-1, taking on Japan 1-2. So a big game for both of these teams. So teams in the COVID protocol. Kevin Martin alongside Mike Harris. Little fist bump.
That's all it's really allowed these days.
That's right. Let's take a look at the other games in this morning's session. Italy 2-1, off to a good start, taking on Germany, looking for their first win. On sheet B, big matchup, 2 undefeated teams at 3-0. Canada, Brendan Bottcher taking on Olympic bronze medalist Peter de Cruz from Switzerland, 3-0. And sheet C, RCF, another surprise, little surprise perhaps, 3-0, taking on 2-1 Sweden, 2-time defending champion Nicholas Sedin. So Mike Harris here along with Olympic champion Kevin Martin. And Kevin, this is a massive game for both of these teams. You know, chance to go 3-1 for John Schuster, and top 6 teams here at this week's competition will guarantee themselves a spot in Beijing in about 10 months.
And these are 2 of the, if you were to pick teams at the start to get to the final 6, both of these teams would be there. But now they're playing each other, and this is a big win for whichever team happens to prevail today. And that'll put the other team, whoever that is, back on their heels a little bit and in a little bit desperation mode.
The guy that plays this song was in the hotel in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, what was his name? Something band. The Alan Parsons
Alan
Project.
Parsons Project, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
Have a good game.
They seem tense, Kevin. Talking music.
See you boys later.
Getting underway here in about a minute. Skip Yuta Matsumura makes his way down to the far end. It will be Team USA with Hammer here in end number 1.
Oh yeah.
Both teams throw 2 draws to the button, one with each turn. The total, the closest total is the one that earns last rock advantage in the first end. And as I said, it was USA coming a little closer this morning.
We could just go straight corner 2, whatever you guys. I just don't know if like
They're going
Steiner,
in, right?
the speed
Yeah,
going to the corner.
I think going in, yeah.
I think you're right, yeah.
Team Japan lead. Shinya Abe going to get things underway for us here this morning to start off session 7. It's always interesting to see the comfort level of these teams. Kevin, in Japan, the call is to come into the rings. If teams are feeling comfortable with the ice, you may see a corner guard from John Schuster. Oh, we've got the accidental tight center, do we? Or the dreaded biter.
And not exactly what you want to be a biter. Either bring it fully in or just leave it a little bit out. Because now a nose hit will stay outside of the rings.
And for those of you just tuning in who aren't entirely familiar with the rules, the 5-rock rule is a free guard zone 5-rock rule. So if the rock does stop short of the house,
Chris, go ahead.
the opposition may not remove that stone until the 5th rock of the end has been thrown. So that's the little mistake there. We're going to roll into the rings and return the favor here for Team Japan.
It's a friendly start to the day.
Maybe a ton. Yes, yes. 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 Yes.
Wanting to stick around with this one, no problem. To your point, Mike, with the 5-rock rule, now a corner guard can be thrown, still not removed by Team Japan on their next one. This is a conservative way to start. John could have thrown John Landsteiner's first one as a corner guard, but then you're playing more in the middle. By hitting the first, getting off center line, now throw the corner, it's a more of a passive way of trying to get 2 points.
15-5. Should be short, but looks like we're going to be fully up to speed on everywhere, kind of.
Close.
I mean, that's really close, yeah.
He thought that should be T for his good track.
Okay.
Yasumasa Tanida throwing second stones for Team Japan. We've had a chance to see both of these teams already this week, a couple of times for both of us. And I was impressed with, when we covered Team Japan's win, that all 4 players, very technically sound, good sweepers. But it really hasn't resulted in enough wins yet, 1 and 2 out of the gates. And conversely, I think, what I've seen from Team Schuster, they're kind of sneaking by a couple of teams they should have handled fairly easily and had that one loss to Nicholas Adine, but need to sharpen up a little bit, would you say?
I think this game will be decided. It's funny, yeah, the standings where they are, but Team Japan, they've really played well around the house, like the soft game, being able to get the freezes, the angles proper, and just having one. And to your point, Mike, Team Schuster, they've had trouble with the soft game, like getting the angles correct and all of that. So it'll be interesting to see if Team USA can come back a little bit with this one.
Well, along with the 5-rock rule, there are a few rules here. 6 ends minimum required to be played here in the round robin portion. 38 minutes of thinking time for each time, and that's the time it takes you to make your decision. So as the rock travels down the sheet, once you've thrown it, the clocks stop. And then each team is entitled to one 1-minute timeout where they can bring in their coach or 5th player for some consultation. Or maybe save time late in the game. We've seen that a couple of times already this week.
Sounds good.
It's a comfortable start here for Team Schuster. No real stress. Looking for a roll buried now from Matt Hamilton.
Clean.
Close.
Chris.
Chris, go ahead.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
Keep going, Chris.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No roll. No roll.
Yep.
No,
roll.
no.
Yes.
There's a hole there.
Perfect. Let him try.
Well, that's not a very big hole. I think Utah will take on the double, the Reds. Try to get rid of both.
The Rocket need to breathe in on the way through there.
That's too small. Yes.
Shimizu played just extremely well in their round robin game that we covered, where they won their game, and that may have spun back into the rings.
It's in.
Thank you, John.
Based on yesterday. No, it's in by more than that.
So John saw one yesterday. He thought he saw a little bit of white, meaning it's not in, and then measured and it was in. So now John's thinking, well, maybe, the measuring stick goes outside the rings a little
Get
bit.
the long one if you can.
The 15-5, no clean,
There's a hole in the center of the rings, if anyone's not familiar with how they measure those, and there's a 6-foot measuring device that will, it's a 12-foot wide
Good bump.
ring. It's called the 12-foot for a reason. It's 12 feet in diameter.
Gotta go for
So
T.
there is a measuring device that will detect whether or not the stone's within 6 feet of the center.
14-8.
Probably go a little bit for T.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is, as I said, a low-stress start here for Team USA. Rocks 11 feet apart.
Scrub.
No doubles available.
You can take a peek if you want. Just
So the 2
I'm
is in
almost
their
certain it's in.
hands at this point.
Well, those are always worrisome. I'm not positive that John is sure that that's a biter. I think that was a little bit of gamesmanship. So this could be interesting later in this end. If if John tries to hit and stay on his last or rolls out and measures for a blank.
Got to go hard to keep this in play. Check out this roll right to the back of the rings. Pretty good effort there from Japan, trying to get those 2 stones a little closer together. So if a nose hit is made, you'll see them hit the outside one, try to roll in front.
If they think it's a biter.
If they think it's a biter. That's right.
Got to remember that I'm not sure, John. You never know. He said it loud enough that the other team.
They might believe him.
Yeah, they might. Hard to say.
Chris Plies,
Heavy.
new addition to this team from their Olympic gold medal in Pyeongchang. Very talented player, world junior champion. Should say former world junior champion. It's been a few years now. He's beyond that junior age, but excellent player, very talented. Took over for Tyler George, who stepped away
10-3.
after the Olympic win. Nothing like retiring on top.
Perfect time to retire.
Yeah, then if it looks anything like yesterday, for
So
sure.
hitting shot stone, not going for any sort of double.
So I think he's not convinced, is what you're saying.
Smart move because you can imagine a hit here. John hits. Another hit and stay. John in his last one goes, I don't know if it's a biter or not. Because either way.
Someone's measuring it.
Right.
Right.
It'll be measured.
The lefty, Yuta Matsumura in the hack. A few moving parts in this delivery, but played very well in first few games here. It's tight. Beautiful touch. Rolls 2/3 buried.
I mean, that was just board. He just threw so much.
Excellent shot.
I think hack was
Perfect
right,
weight
11,
to that shot. That was the
Be nice
key
to
to
roll a little bit this way
making
too,
that.
So, I mean,
Like right
yep.
to here.
Yeah, not quite that.
You got a sliver over here.
Yeah, that's fine. He threw board. It curls in there really nice, so you guys should be able to finish it in there. Just hack.
Okay.
Boy, that looks
Little more,
pretty
Chris.
buried.
Not that much.
We heard Matt say you can only see a sliver,
Yeah.
but with the amount of curl, been beautiful ice conditions here so far, first 2 days. Greg Owasco and his crew doing a fantastic job. A little pressure here for John Schuster. This first rock of
Solid
the
hack.
Close.
Okay. Whoa.
first end.
Solid hack.
Whoa. Close.
Whoa. Go ahead, Steiner.
Easy. Matt! Matt!
Starting to move to the guard.
Lead. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Very
going,
nice
keep
weight
going.
control.
Little roll. Good.
Excellent shot.
Shot, John.
A little better angle for the double now, and Yuta believes John.
Well, I'm not sold yet. A wonderful part of curling. You're not allowed to measure stones till after the end is done.
He's not convinced.
John thinking to himself, doesn't want to say it, but he's thinking, I almost had him convinced, I think.
What do you think? Do you think Yuta's now playing a little mind games back, saying, I don't think it's in, so he's going to hit it and roll, put a little doubt in John Schuster's mind. But Matsumura would like to make the same roll, try to roll a dead buried, make Schuster's last rock as difficult as possible.
とほぼ同じ。
一緒だな。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。おう、クリーン。やす、やす。ピン、先生。ピン、やす、やす、やす、やす。
Trying to make a curl.
ローズだ。
Not going to get there.
置いていいよ。
3 inches off, 4 inches off the rock.
Like about there.
I'm going to say we're going to see a measure.
Forward.
Team Japan will request the measure to see if that one is actually in play. John's throwing board weight, so he's assuming it's in. Yuta having a look. How can that be in? Final rock of the first end for Team USA. A hit for what appears to be 2.
Yep. Clean.
Clean.
Yep, yep.
Nice
Yep,
forward.
can't hurt it. Yep, go both of you. Right to it.
Right to it.
Well, it looks just fine, so now
Good. Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Don't touch it, Steiner.
Had they kicked it off before the measurement was done,
Yeah,
you know,
you'd
the
have kicked that for sure.
fault is of
Saw your
the
leg go.
offending team, so that would only be 1 score. So that's why John Schuster was telling John Landslider not to touch that stone. Official will come out with the 6-foot measure.
It's on the black.
if it's on the black, the outside edge of the black is the outside of the circle, but not every circle is exactly perfect.
Right in his way.
Get out there, isn't it? No way.
That is
Holy cow.
out.
That's impossible. Well, can we see it again? I went by. I just want to see how close that thing was. It's infuriating. No, I know.
That is
That
off.
was on by more than the one yesterday
So
that hit. So
only one for Team Schuster here in the first end.
more than paper.
Good guess by Yuta Matsumura.
Jesus.
So little victory for Team Japan early, and they'll have the hammer as we go into end number 2.
Through handle. Which one did you throw your draw on this one, right?
That's really dumb. Unbelievable. That's so stupid.
Just make the rings right.
Yeah.
Why are we painting them? Why don't you buy just the circle that's 6 feet perfect? Oh, gosh. All right, hack-to-hack solutions.
Just make
Lay down a sheet.
just make 8 more.
Broom handle.
End number 2 underway with John
Go ahead, then.
Landsteiner's
Always Chris.
first
Always
stone.
Chris. Take a
Looking
look.
for a
Always
guard.
Chris. Keep going. Keep going.
Interesting situation there, Kevin, with Team Schuster. They were referring to a situation in a previous
going,
game
boys,
where
you're
the rock was touching the black
Beauty.
part of the
Good
circle
start,
and was
Steiner.
in by a fair amount. So they assumed that was
Good,
going to be
boys.
the same case here. But that was a different sheet of ice. So there is could be a millimeter human error from sheet to sheet.
Well, certainly when the hole in the center is the key, because if it's out 1/8 of an inch, say one way or the 1/8 of an inch, almost nothing. One way, you double it the other.
Correct.
So that's what it is. So when we used to go to be a world championship or an Olympics, one of our, not one of the players, but a coach or a team leader would go and just take the 6-foot stick while we're practicing and measure each house. And if they weren't exactly perfect, take note.
Write it down.
And then during the event, they have those notes, and you would know, okay, this house is a little one way or another, because they're all it's all man-made. It's not magic or anything.
Right,
It
it's paint.
it could be out a little, and that's no problem. But somebody needs to do the measuring, and it should not be one of the players. That's one of the coach's jobs.
Go ahead then. We're trying to go all the way back here.
So
Maybe
that,
switch and go.
millimeter.
How deep are we? Okay, easy then. Easy line.
The millimeter
Really
of air
run
that
it.
was in there really just
14.
fooled John.
Oops, sorry. Good one, Steiner.
And you know, when you
Hi,
can
boy.
hold your opposition to 1 with the hammer, it's as I said, it's kind of a moral victory. So Team Japan will feel pretty good about what happened there. And John Schuster wish he would have hit and rolled out and get the blank and retain the hammer here into end number 2.
But then you hit and roll out, and you measure,
And it's in.
And it's in. That's the problem with that exact scenario. You just don't know. That's a great part about curling. A wonderful part.
One of, yes, for sure.
Yeah, one of many. Yes.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. ここまでは欲しい。もうちょい、もうちょい、いけるとこまで。いいよ、そのまま、そのまま、そのまま。安全。
Team Japan coming deep into the rings with Abe's first stone.
Which is a good play, a good strategic play, going to the back, hoping that Team USA would go into the top 4.
Team coach Sean Baton been working with Team Schuster for but through the whole pandemic entirely. They've had a few camps work together, fair amount.
Line's no good.
Probably Chris's.
He's represented the
We're
U.S. as a
fast and we
player
go
a
around
number of
it, let me know.
times.
Yeah, we are.
And
Go
I can
ahead.
tell you,
Line's
Team
good still. You
Schuster's
can be
really
fresh
enjoyed
anyways,
working with
fresh
Sean.
anyways.
7.
Keep going. Okay, whoa.
8. Wow. I cannot read that ad.
All right, Matt. That's fine.
You guys time there. 20.
And Canadian curling fans will know Team Japan's coach Bobby Ursel played a number of Briars out of British Columbia, former world junior champion representing Canada. And he's been working with this team for about 3 seasons.
A very famous curling family.
That's right. Wishing
family.
his dad Jim well. He's having a few health issues right now. So, former Canadian champion, 1977 Briar champion Jim Ursel. Thinking about you, Mr. Ursel.
ちょっとプラスあるから。ちょうど抜けるくらいだ。プラスライン以上あるよ。
So I grew up in Montreal, and my dad used to play against Jim all the time, and Bob and I played on the same junior house league team. We were about 10 years old together, so
Did you?
long history with the Team Japan coach.
I did not know that.
Seconds, so we don't really want
Tidbit.
to move anything.
That was just a few years ago, Mike.
Just a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Is the same weight on
We
you
used to jump
guys?
off the backboard, try to slide to the
that,
first
like
hog
this?
line. That was our goal. I remember that.
I mean, you'd push it to here, but they're just going to freeze back in here, and I don't know that that's great, but
Interesting
I'm okay
situation.
with it.
Good for Team Japan in that they've got a couple in front of the tee line, one frozen, but it is up. Play is up the middle. Who
kinda
you think's more
I mean,
comfortable right now,
let's
Kevin?
shimmy, that's fine. Just same weight, Matt.
Yeah, John's pretty happy. When that rock went to the back, 12-foot start to send, I meant to say that it's a good strategic ploy, but John's been around a long time, froze to the back, and that shrinks the rings
10.
and
Close.
causes play to the middle. And that was
Yep,
on
close.
purpose by Team USA.
11.
Yep, hard!
So now, want to play a bump and maybe a little roll if possible on the shot stone. This is tight though.
Need every inch! Okay,
Gotta
whoa,
hold
whoa,
this thing.
whoa.
Oh, well swept. Maybe a little roll. Wow.
Okay, good.
Nicely done. Good communication on that one.
Not sure that's good, though.
Well, depends. Yeah.
Might
Well,
have brought
and
that
that's
top
exactly what we we're just talking about. Is it better that you're playing up the middle? Yes. Is it bad that Japan's going to come in here and have 3 surrounding your 1 red? Yes. One little mistake by either team here could result in a fairly big momentum swing.
A big score for Team Japan, or
A steal.
maybe even a steal of 1 or 2 for Team USA. This is where Team Japan has been playing very well so far in this World Championship, are making these freezes. And I did not jinx Team Japan, so that's excellent. but that's not a surprise. They've been playing very well with these shots.
Can you see all this one? Chris?
15.3
Missing a tiny
I
bit.
think if you throw the same weight Matt threw, and if you get to the nose, as long as we get to the nose is good. I'd like to bump it loose though, but
Okay.
I don't know if we don't want to bump it really hard though, because even if you bump it loose and you're on the nose, it's
Any
still just creating
appetite
a
for that
pocket
nose
for
hit
the
on the
right.
red guard, Mike? I like that quite a
maybe it's
lot.
just
In
freeze.
hindsight, yes, yeah.
Like
Well,
freeze
right
is
now-
going.
You're playing
If
with
we got
fire,
line, we
right?
Can tap.
By
Yeah,
playing
the
this shot.
freeze might be better than the tap in this.
Okay.
Without last rock and you start leaving your
bump it
opponent's
2
stones
inches,
in the
but I
rings,
think I like the
you're
freeze.
playing with fire. So a lot of pressure on this shot from Chris Plies. And it's up to the sweepers to kind of get the line right and the weight right.
Like a 05? Yeah, I think that's close. Seven, eight.
Easy then.
7.
Lots of
7
line
is
still.
T
Line's
line.
good though.
6,
Close.
7.
Rope,
7.
rope.
Still
Close.
7. Still 7.
Yep. Whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Hard.
Line's
Hard,
good
Steiner.
here.
Hard. Can't get off this one. Go, 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 go.
Just feathers, and that is maybe
Chris.
Chris.
That jumped a little harder.
big
than you
trouble
said.
here for Team USA. You look if you can hit that red directly on the nose. The 2 reds will be gone. Middle yellow may spin out as well, Kev.
It may, depending on how you hit it, but the other 3 are in perfect shape. So on the nose or a little on the inside. You're probably right, Mike. That middle rock will squish out of there. Is that proper terminology for curling?
It is now.
Squish out of there.
It is now. Shimizu looking for a big double takeout here of the U.S. stones.
That's it.
Yes.
Looks good.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's by. The middle one did go a little ways, but still. Wow.
Just rolled the shooter a little too far. Would like to have had that stop on the center line. Watch the shooter. The thrown rock. If they had to stop on the center line, real trouble. So John Schuster may have a chance here, but Japan line 3 here, Kevin. What do we like with this situation?
3, but and also 5th.
And 5th shot.
And 5th shot.
Dead roll.
Need.
You like hack, Chris? I do. Okay.
Could roll buried. Could also roll a little further in between the 2 yellows,
see like an
and
inch
that
more?
could
Sure.
save you from big disaster. Maybe give up 2, but not. Oh,
So try to roll to the edge of the 4-foot as we're looking at it here on the right-hand
Correct.
side, edge of the red circle, and right directly in front of those 2 yellows,
either that or buried.
right on the center line.
Soft tack.
Yep.
2 choices.
This has not been thrown very hard
Hard.
on a fresh side of the ice. They're going to have to go to get by.
Hard, Matt. Hard.
So that's on the center
watch this
guard.
rock, though. We might need it.
And that's just, earlier in this end, they could have played that straight back on the guard and
that
opened
was
everything
not
up
even hacked.
and not risked
I mean, just between
this
back.
potential.
2か2だね
Thinking about it. I mean, from draw button, I guess you're taking more ice this way than this way.
Yeah.
Shoot. It's okay. We still got a
3 も
ball back.
良さそうだね
それで残った方が良さそうだけど。
It's almost too good for Team Japan. Where do we go where we... I don't think they can throw it anywhere where there's no double takeouts available for Team USA. On the bright side, they'll be line 4 with a half-decent shot here.
Just heard John saying he could freeze to that wall in the back.
And that would eliminate 3 of the yellows currently.
いいラインでも15秒くらいかい
Nervous times for Team USA, though.
Could be on the hook for 4, 5, 6.
A handful.
Yep.
Tetsuro Shimizu, the out-turn draw. And real key here for Team Japan, just to keep this in front of the T line.
ちょっとあるな
This is going hard.
Okay.
Well, that's definitely left. You get rid of a couple of those yellows. But is that the play, Kevin?
Well, how many can we get?
Here's Sean.
I mean, I think if we...
You could theoretically
this
get rid
one
of 3 or 4 of them.
Well, I actually think if we hit this, I mean, if they hit this one first, we plant. But I'm just thinking about trying to get this going.
Just
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
The problem is this rock's still out cutting that one. And if our shooter goes out of here, which hitting this one first is going to send our shooter is the only issue.
Yeah.
This one shouldn't move too much.
No, I know, but I guess.
And if it jams, it's never going to get
right, I
outcounted
guess
by that.
one's not going to. They have to try to get it going that way to get it out of there, right?
Yeah, as long as this
And
one
let him
goes
freeze.
a little bit, I feel
Yeah.
like we come off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top.
So, I mean,
It's pretty thick.
it's not
thicker
that
than
thick.
that 6.
What's that?
It's thicker than that 6.
I don't think so. I think these both go easy. I mean, I think I'm hitting a third to a quarter.
Right,
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like-
that's fine.
I like
Which is
the
fine.
quarter.
Let's just throw peel and hit it at the same time.
Hit and hope.
I mean,
Well, get rid of
thin is-
some.
Get
thinner
rid of a
is
couple
better than
yellows and
thicker.
then
Yeah, I think
see where the dust settles, and John will have one
Although,
more
I mean,
shot.
taking our wall
The good
away.
news is for Team USA, there are a couple of guards there that he
Trying to
can
hit a
hide behind
quarter,
on
right,
his
Chris?
next.
Yes.
Okay.
And if he hits this perfect, he could get
I'm gonna throw this pretty
3,
hard.
potentially 4 of these yellows going. Challenge for John is he's not known for his big weight shots. He's more of a soft touch player, so he's going to have to throw some weight here. And as I said, hope that a few rocks go flying. Olympic champion in trouble with his first rock here in the second end.
Close. Yeah.
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Shot.
Good.
Yellow only lying 1 now.
Wonderful. Sit in second.
Hard to do better.
What's that?
Sit in second.
Okay.
Buried.
It's fine.
Good throw.
Good shot, John.
Very good.
Close.
So just a little bit thinner. Had to sweep it a little bit more to go across the top a little bit more to get rid of.
Good.
It wouldn't have had enough speed to get rid of more than 1 extra yellow. Could have got rid of that one, the far left one. But pretty well done. Pretty happy, I would say.
Oh gosh, if you could hold Team Japan to 2 here, he'd be thrilled.
そしたら俺らうまくいったらワンから4までは持てる。
これね、これちょっと面白いな、面白い。
Again,
でさ、
it's been such a good end for Team Japan here so far. I think one of the mistakes we see quite often with young skips or inexperienced skips is that you're still trying to figure out a way to get
やる
forward
んだったら
here.
こっちからだと思うん
And
だけど。
that would require you to come behind the tee line, allowing John Schuster some sort of freeze. So I don't know if they're trying to get too much out of this, Kevin. Like, what are you seeing here?
そう。
ワンツーは取るのか。
I'm seeing just an out turn. Well, Yuta's in turn. Come around to the top
で
4.
もそれでもここは投げれちゃうんだ。
Guaranteed 2.
結局ね。
あるってあるんだよ。これ触る可能性あるからね。
こういったやらとりあえず2点は取れそうじゃない？
Right there.
こう来ても。
フル4入れればね。
ここまで来ちゃったらちょっとあんま良くなさそうな気もするけど、まあこっちは開くから悪くはないか。一番いいのは？
They got there eventually. And do you prefer one? Either turn, I think, is okay.
ティーラインタッ
Yes.
チでも悪くないと
Just,
思う。
they
Just-
know this one.
In front of the tee line.
Definitely in front of the tee.
And, you know, if a decent shot is made here, you probably see John Schuster come down to what is now shot stone, tap it out, and hand them 2 points happily.
And carry on.
Team Japan's first stone here, and Skip's first stone, and number 2.
はいよ。
Needs a draw. Top 4.
8まで。お出て出て。縦に行きたい。縦に行きたい。
Trying to make it curl. I believe it's heavy.
Looks a little bit big, yes.
その。
That's couldn't really walk down and place it in a worse spot with setting up a pocket. Back there for John to lay one in
Is there
there.
any dicey? I mean, do I want to be all the way in here?
I think just right to
Yeah.
here is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I guess is there the under curling is probably not great, right? Has to probably get in here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
But that's
think.
fine.
Yeah.
We can just go middle. Middle should be plenty.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably fastest power.
There is a wall of yellow stones back there. So John, if you can get it anywhere partially around that guard
Speed's
into
good.
the
I mean, this is
4-foot
the same
circle.
place we were throwing those draws that weren't
I
curling.
think he wants to freeze it right down to the pocket, though. There is
Throw
that
a
yellow
10.
stone on the right as we're looking at it. Could be sent in if it just doesn't
close,
get
though.
deep enough.
I think I'm throwing a 10.
My
Yeah,
four always
Yeah, you want to
backwards.
nestle in there,
Okay.
right into the
10.
pocket.
Okay. Put this right on the tee line. You can be back to it.
Got 7-8.
Okay, easy.
Got room right now.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Okay. Got room right now. Line's good.
Line will get good. Make
Yep,
sure it's there.
This is jumped. Got to go.
Really dying, guys. Go!
Come on, Lance.
Has got to get by.
Hard, boys.
Come on, we got this.
Go!
Go,
Come
buddy, go.
on! Go!
Go, boys,
Go!
go.
Never off! Keep
going.
going! Go!
Keep
Go!
going,
Go!
keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good sweep, dude.
Really nice shot. A little scary.
A little scary, but that's difficult to remove.
There is a little separation there, Kevin. You think you could chase that with the hack weight? Tap it out?
Guys, go!
And roll over into the red one. Pretty good, well swept. Looks like this might come up light.
Go, buddy, go.
Go!
Huge effort to try to get that to the tee line.
Keep going! Go!
Keep
Go!
going,
Go!
keep going, keep.
Come on, Lance.
Has got to get by.
Hard, boys.
Come on, we got this.
Go! Go!
Go, buddy,
Come
go.
on! Go!
Go, boys,
Go!
go.
Never off! Keep
going.
going! Go!
Keep
Go!
going,
Go!
keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good sweep, dude.
Really nice shot. Drawing for one, looks like.
Just came a little deep on that first draw, and you could pick the red out, but then in doing so, you likely knock out the yellow second shot anyways. So yes, it's a draw for one.
Two fantastic shots by Team Schuster. Team USA is forcing Yuta Matsumura to draw the button here in end number 2. See our clock running. We've been seeing about 14.5 to 15 seconds getting to the tee line. We'll see where this one is.
Yeah, Yuta was 13.96 on the last one, 14.94 on this one. Gonna have to go on it to get it there.
Perfectly judged. Excellent shot by the sweepers, also the thrower, but the sweepers had a lot of responsibility there. Lovely draw by Team Japan, and they'll tie things up here after 2. Team USA breathing a sigh of relief to give up only 1. You're watching live coverage of the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship from Win Sport Arena. Mike Harris along with Kevin Martin, and number 3 underway. No lack of entertainment these first 2 ends, Kevin. Misjudged measure in the first, and then, boy, could have been a really messy end for Team USA there in the second, but got away with only giving up a single.
You had mentioned after the first end that Team Japan getting away with only giving up 1. That would be a real momentum boost for them. And then they played a great end, and sure enough, now momentum's back in the U.S. corner.
Right often.
We mentioned earlier in the show 3 other games out here today. Team Italy off to a good start, 2-1, taking on Germany. And Joel Returnas has played very well over the first couple of days. But not on this occasion. He's going to chip the guard, and lucky to not give up a steal of 2 there to young German team. But it'll be a steal of 1 for Tutzek from Germany, 1-0 after 2 ends of play. And Canada-Switzerland, Kevin, big matchup here with the Olympic bronze medalist. Switzerland taking on Brendan Bottcher of Canada with a Martin playing lead. So I know you had one eye on the game over there.
An opportunity here for a very difficult double because the rocks are almost straight across. Needs to curl up a little. Not quite. Needed to curl a little bit, but it's a steal of 1. 1-0.
Full disclosure, Kevin Sunkark playing lead for Team Bottcher, so we'll forgive him if he misses a shot or 2 in our feature matchup, as he's keeping an eye on Team Canada over there.
Chris, go! Hard, try to stay high if we can. Try to stay high. Just a shade high. All right, good. That's
and
fine.
a nice start here to this matchup and the third end. Center guard, a couple of nice come-arounds, and let the battle of the angles begin.
Good shot, center.
And you mentioned it in our opening that the soft game is where Team Japan really excelled in their 1 win. So expect that this is a preferred style of play for this team, and they're very good at it.
They're very good at it, yes. And throwing a tight guard here. Team Japan happy with the angles in the house right now. Team USA would have liked the last rock to be on an angle, but it's not. It's straight down the line.
Roll to a corner.
So that middle yellow stone that we see at the top of the buttons, just really difficult to remove right now.
Nose is fine here too.
One other game being played right now, and that is 2-time defending champion Nicholas Adin taking on the surprising team from Team RCF, Russian Curling Federation. They're 3-0 out of the gate. Adin had 1 loss to Switzerland.
Yep.
This looks like a draw for 2, Kevin.
Yes, I don't believe the rock top 12 foot is in. I think it's just out of the house. The one in the back 12 certainly is in. So this is a draw for 2.
At least 2, yeah.
To the paint. They will have a... Oh, no, that is out by a fair margin. The one in front. 2 it is. 2-1. Sweden.
Hela den där sidan hänger lite, alltså det är fan Krippas också ta sin tid innan de kommer upp den här nu. Det är bara full 4 med.
Nicholas having a chat with team leader Maria Pritz. That is one of the differences here at this World Championship due to COVID protocols and safety of all athletes. Each team has 1 end assigned to them. Rather, used to, previous years, both coaches and alternates would sit at the same end of the sheet at the home end. But in this week, there's 1 team at each end of the ice based on your rock color. And I think the athletes like it. A little more room to get ready and warm up. And
well, I think there's a lot of good to it. Lots of room to warm up. But even when you go back to talk to your coach about something, if the coaches are only a couple of feet apart, it's hard to talk to your coach.
They're listening in.
Well, yes, and in most sports, when you talk to your coach, you don't have the other team listening in. So this is much better, I think. This is one COVID change that I think will probably remain after this is all done with.
We can peel again, too.
Let's try and make this draw right next to the yellow.
Yeah.
The danger of trying this draw right next to the yellow is if you go right next to the red, it's not great. With this only about 6 inches apart.
Yeah, it's a very difficult shot, but big reward
if it's made.
5.
This is one as a skip, and your
good.
player is
Line's
eager
good.
to try it, so you know, well, must feel pretty good about it. Let's give it a go.
Gotta be above
That's one way to look at it. I always used to say, well, I better make it. wasn't my first call.
Easy.
Lance.
Line's no good.
Lance.
But we also can't be past the yellow, so side by side,
Curl.
Wow, this rock must be straight. That's the second time in a row this rock's been just crazy wide. Like, you weren't wide at all, and it curled 2 feet or a foot less.
Anything, I thought I squared it because I slid a
So
little
that
full.
thing has to be straight.
Interesting. Let's talk
Sorry, man.
about the stones.
ちょうどかちょっと隙間あるくらいかな。
Let's do a live update there with Italy, Germany.
赤を T ラインぐらいまで下げて
一応これから
Italy
狙えて
throwing the red stones. Looks like a hit for a lot.
For quite a few.
More than one.
Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe a backbiter.
So the shooter's going to roll out. It's got to be at least 3, maybe 4.
3 red.
3.
3-1. A good end by Team Italy.
ロックありそうだね。
そんな悪くないよ。はい、まだだよ。
No, we heard John Chusa talking about the stones, and that is not unusual to have a stone that runs a little straighter or curls a bit more or is a little slower. You know, the rocks they're made of granite, so they are different. But the teams would have spent a fair amount of time before the competition trying to match them up as best they
Try
can.
and get as much inside as we can.
Like here?
Because if you touch it and kind of tap that red, it sets the angle up. You know what I mean? Like,
What's that, this? Yeah.
yeah, but with like back 8,
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
it kind of will.
You're
set
throwing
the
like
side
here,
up too,
Chris.
huh?
Well, you actually set up 2 angles.
Actually, even making sure this one
So if
gets
you-
out of the way just sets these up kind of like for danger for them too a little bit. But if we can get inside here, it'd be great.
Inside, yeah, and then bump the red over a
think
little
you're
too.
throwing
Then you've
here.
got it going both ways.
Is that like
Bump the red, touching the center line
Yeah.
over.
Over just a few inches, and then you can hit it onto the yellow. And then, of course, the rock you just threw could be hit onto the yellow.
less than that?
So it's, yellow starts to shiver.
Team Japan's turn to be nervous here in the third end. Chris Plies needs to make a nice one, though.
Lead.
Should be through.
Close, Matt. Yep, hard. Both you go hard. Keep going. I'm not sure this would be great.
I don't hate it.
I don't love it either.
No, I don't love it, but it's not bad.
Well, as I said, they kicked that center line stone over to a position where the yellow is now vulnerable. Watch the red touching the center line on the left of the screen now. That's what you're talking about, nudging it over, making that yellow a little vulnerable.
Right, now you can whack it from either side. I like this shot a lot.
Keep going. I'm not sure this would be great.
I don't hate it.
I don't love it either.
Tough to please. Interesting. That's a lonely yellow in there now, surrounded by red.
Well, Matsumura recognizes the problems, and he's trying to deal with that stone now on the left side of the sheet. Maybe nudge it back a little, roll in. So he'd like to tap that red out of the way and roll his shooter underneath the red that was just thrown on the right side.
I'd love to tap that red rock maybe 4 or 5 inches right beside the yellow, and then the yellow's safe. Delicate shots now, though, when you're dealing with small real estate like that. Certainly more than 4 or 5 inches of bump. It's going to bump it a little ways. Well, it's just a little bit heavy, in my opinion.
Chance for the double on the yellows, Kevin? Do you like that, or do you do you stay patient?
If you make the double on the yellows, does the red that's biting the 4-foot also knock that yellow up out of the house, the one in the 8-foot? Oh, I know it's pretty confusing for people watching on television, but you might be able to get rid of all 3 yellows out of the house.
Never gets through there. Never gets through.
It doesn't. And if it touches this one, it's horrible. So, and if you pick this one, it's also not great. So I think, you like this one again?
So if you don't move that yellow somehow, the one top, just about top button,
what if we hit this?
how do you get your 2 points?
This one, try and move this back like here.
That's what I was thinking.
We're gonna be able to use either one of those? Yeah, that way it actually opens up this one to go too, right? Yeah, I like it. Right in the nose.
Okay. Just like,
and this spills a little too. There's the double, right?
Like
so
back 8-foot, like same weight?
Yeah, I think same weight. I think that would probably tap this. It's at least the same weight.
Yeah.
Patient call.
Well, right now, that yellow,
Right
if indeed, by smashing the yellow on the left into it, the yellow doesn't squeeze through the hole, you have to make room. Otherwise, you're never going to score a big end. So you need to move that red stone that's a problem. Bump it back a bit.
See the screen in the background there. That is one of the features here in the bubbles. At each end, there is the ability for the sweepers to have a look and see what the situation is at the far end. Another idea that might stick around, Kevin, for future championships.
Certainly nice for the sweepers to look up and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, hard, Matt, go. Hard, guys.
Trying to be right on the nose here. Back 4-foot.
Go.
Line's excellent.
Keep going, go.
Needs to bump that red far enough, though.
Chris,
That is really, really good.
And line 2, I think, Kevin.
Nice shot.
It's yes, it is. Sure.
Good sweep, boys.
Terrific.
Team Japan trying to maybe bump that red shot stone back to where Matsumura's broom is, create a little pocket back there to protect his own yellow.
But then you're promoting that red up.
Another one into the 4-foot circle.
And then the yellow slash is made and you're freezing. Needing to make it against a pile. Interesting. Again.
Well, John Schuster doesn't, when you look at the angles here, Kevin, on the left-hand side of the sheet, there's not a whole lot that John Schuster can do to move that yellow. So the danger for Japan would be on the right side is what I came about, I think.
But they can't really guard because they're already sitting 2. Red.
Correct. So what do you like?
That's an interesting situation. It really is. I don't mind that. Straight bump. Try to bump it to the side of the button for second shot.
その石多分使えるようにしとかないと。
1個上がれば、そんなにこれ簡単じゃなくなるから。ドロープになるのかな。
Both teams burning up quite a bit of thinking time these last 2 ends. So you saw Matsumura hustling down the ice to save a few seconds. Question is now you got to sit in the hack and slow everything down to throw this delicate shot. So looking for T-line weight, maybe a touch more.
Try to bump this for second shot. Get a bigger chunk of the button. Extremely difficult, obviously. The line looks pretty good.
Don't know if he moved it far enough. Might be a big weight triple here available.
I don't think it ever hits our red though, as long as I get to the nose.
As long as your nose are shaped, I think you want to be a
3 yellows
inside.
fly out of there, maybe, Kevin?
Yes,
Like,
maybe.
Like wrecking the guard. I mean, I just can't be high.
Yeah.
Right, if you're high, the yellow-yellow combination doesn't touch the yellow top four. You end up taking out the two
I think it's
reds.
dead nose.
It's a sliver low.
Get to the inside, the angles work good. All three yellows are gone.
I think nose is
And
okay,
you,
but
and
if
you
want
nose,
this
you
to
block
get
the.
out,
Yeah.
I think you
pass.
gotta go
Okay.
sliver low.
Yep.
And then all of a
It's
sudden,
feel, right?
a
Yeah.
red 6 is
Whatever
in
you
play
want.
for sure.
Well, the only yellow left in play would be the one on
Right center
the
rock, John.
right
Yeah.
side. You saw in the background there,
And it's vulnerable.
and it's vulnerable.
There's no real draw for Team Japan, so
Nose
then
isn't bad though, because nobody use it.
I think
Yes.
nose makes it, but
So hit the yellow that was just thrown
Sliver low guaranteed.
directly on the nose, or a little bit to the center line side is the call. And all three yellows
I'd like to see
could
just
disappear.
a half. Yeah, center rock. That's good.
John made a double last end to get out of trouble. He needs another one here.
Yep.
Go, buddy.
Clean.
it's close.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
Go.
snuck out of
Great
there.
shot, Johnny. This one hit, right?
Heck of a shot.
Yes. If you can freeze this one, I still have it was maybe a tap, but the only problem is it might have been too tougher. Yes, yes, yes.
Great shot by John Schuster.
Great shot, John.
He's
Yes, yes, yes.
he's a little frustrated that his shooter rolled more than he would have liked, allowing the wide draw. But gosh, that's a pretty good result, isn't it?
A very good shot. I do understand, but John was protecting against hitting it too wide and taking out his two reds. So understandable. Great shot.
Basically the same shot here for Matsumura that he just threw. Tried to get a little bit behind the rock that John Schuster was thrown. And
Hope.
hopefully second shot is the goal. There's no way for him to lie one after this is done. Even if this is made, there might be a shot there, Kevin, for a big end.
For many. Even if this is perfect.
Not light. Just nudges off.
So do you play the tap for 3, or do you hit the red rock in the full 8 foot, half of it, hit the other red, yellow goes through the house, and it's for 5? By bouncing off, this might have saved the day a little. They only give up 3. John might not play the shot for 5. He is not.
So on the right-hand side, if they hit the two reds almost simultaneously is what you're saying.
In the middle of them.
Right in the middle, both yellows are gone. Shooter will spin out, but 5 yellow, or excuse me, 5 red.
Yes. It's a fairly simple shot for 5, but you could miss it. This is a quite easy shot for 3. What would you play, Mike?
Gotta stay in the 4.
Yeah, yeah, he knows.
My instinct would be the
Try
shot
not to
for 3,
overthrow, Chris.
the
I'll try
easier
to be a
shot,
nice
keeping your shot
12-5,
simple, but now the more I look at the 5, I like it. They did look at it briefly, but a big shot here for John Schuster. Final rock on its way here in end number 3. Chance for a big end.
Lead.
Really close.
Yep.
Easy. Easy.
Close.
Yep.
Go with the net hard.
And go to get by.
Great shot, John.
John Schuster, 4 consecutive fantastic shots. Get 3 here in end number 3 and has taken control of this game early.
Wow, did that go in there hard?
That one, yeah, it was there.
4-1 now
I was
for
pretty sure
Team
he could have swept it out of
USA
my hand just 'cause of how, but
over
man,
Japan, and we'll have another look at this, but that just got by that
Great
top
shot,
one.
John. Come on.
That didn't get by more than a centimeter. Fantastic shot. 4-1. Team USA leads after 3.
Call. It was good.
What weight of paper did we have between? want the 4?
All right, boys, let's get a force here.
6, Matt? 6?
Just fire it into it. It's on my backpack.
So you're throwing the 6, 7, 6.
Left,
Yeah.
left. What's your second pick, Buck?
We're gonna give
yours the
Lance
6?
The 6.
Yeah,
Mine
I'm
was the
6-2.
4.
And you want him
So I'm
to throw
throwing
first?
2-4.
First.
Throw it first.
Okay.
Six?
5, 6, yeah.
Trying to add.
I like to add.
Fourth end underway.
Probably
John
Matt.
Landsteiner, 87%.
Line's okay. Chris,
For
you're
the
back in.
event
Chris, get
thus
in.
far.
Get in. Get curled. Hard. Make a good 5 out of
USA
it.
with a
15-5.
3-point
Go.
lead.
I got.
Call is to bring this into the rings.
Let's go, Chris, buddy.
Easy,
Oh,
easy,
perfect.
easy.
That way, Steiner. Good start.
And well done to start things off. Shinyabe, 85% through
ラインは大丈夫。ラインは大丈
first couple of days here.
夫。ラインで。
Not much to choose between the two leads so far.
ラインはいいよ。ラインはいいよ。
But a definite change in tactics here for Team Schuster.
Tight 3.
In the
Carrying
rings
on
first, and
4.
then a very tight guard is the call. And
I give you there.
I had a 15.
Yeah, same.
during the break, we overheard them speaking with their coach, and they're looking for the force here. Would love to
They're 19 there, so I like the weight.
No ad.
get Japan to
That was
take
Chris.
1
Line's
point
good, though.
and then
No, line's good.
be 2 up with last rock as they kind of move towards the
So Chris
second
is
half of the
rock.
game.
Weight's good.
Best case scenario,
Heavy clean.
certainly.
We're about broom handle
It's
now.
going to over curl a little bit. Just keep heavy cleaning that thing so it doesn't grab in the last couple feet. All right, Steiner, nice fair, bud.
Yeah, Team Japan will certainly take some chances
Yeah, I
now.
think it is.
Mind you, there's been lots of rocks to play every end anyways.
No
so
lack
far.
of interest so far, that's right.
Well, it's been a terrific battle so far.
ラインはいいよ。来たよ。いいよ。ラインで。空いていいよ。
Yeah, just it's for Japan. The hardest part, it's got to be a little disheartening. You know, they felt like they had complete control of the second end and end up only getting one. And they weren't in terrible shape a lot of that last end and ended up giving up a big one. So, you know, it'd be a little disheartening. I'll have to bounce back here, and then conversely, Team USA just absolutely be thrilled.
Guard or freeze?
My first thought was
Update
corner
on sheet
freeze,
B.
Yeah, me too.
Team Canada taking on Switzerland. Saw the steal of 1 by the Swiss in end number 2.
Trying to come off the side one here for,
Big weight double.
well, actually they're trying to come off the back of that red one, back onto the other one for 4. So ends up a steal of 1, 2-0 for Switzerland.
Like play 2.
Easy then.
Olympic bronze medalist playing tough
Dust fine.
Easy.
against the Canadian champions.
Chris
White
is
queen.
anyways.
Go there. White queen. 3.
Has to get up to this, touch the center line, but let Chris go. It's your out, Lance.
We could probably go past that guard.
Go ahead then. Yep, Lance in. Hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right.
Wow. It was 25 probably.
I had a 10.
He had a 25.
I might have missed it. I don't know.
Not a great situation for Japan at the moment. They have last rock, so they're going to try to deal with those 2 middle reds, maybe save the shooter, try to improve some angles for them.
Save the shooter in front somewhere so you can use it later. Absolutely.
Tanita 83% through first couple of days.
You need to go on this to save it.
Whoa.
Okay.
Not bad. Double corner guard, lined up nicely, directly back. And
Do you guys like the guard again?
I don't mind the guard.
I'm okay being same kind of height.
Yeah.
Well, you're 3 up. You
Just
could
'cause this
double
space
peel
helps
those
us,
corners
so.
as well. That's quite easy. and roll to the center guard that you desire.
All right, try and throw a nice soft one.
Matt Hamilton having a solid week so far, 86%.
So I think it's just a 2. Line's a little
through
out
Easy.
there.
It's got a lot of curling to do, guys.
Maybe Chris Queen?
2-3.
You're really gonna have to finish this, Chris. Once it breaks, though.
It's going.
Yeah, go. Got to get at least a big piece of the line here. Keep going. Keep going, even if it's in. I like
Team RCF, Russian Curling Federation reps. Line 1, top of the button. And a difficult draw through a port to the side of the button for 2 here.
That's exactly what they do. Really good line call there to get that extra point. 3-2, RCF.
Surprise so far in the tournament. Glukov's just been a star so far here for 2 days. Trying to knock off the 2-time defending champions. 3-2 lead after 4.
They're dead even. I mean, I don't mind.
Nice shot there from Team Japan to roll that in for second shot.
Yeah.
Could you ever roll deep and then go under or no?
Yeah, I mean, you can hit. You could probably get this, but I just don't want to tap that under here. I'd like it probably if you moved it a tiny bit, but.
Well, I'm saying, could you ever do it with board and end up behind it?
No. It's going.
Okay.
I mean, I still just kind of think I like over rolling though, because you leave it here.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So control.
Okay.
Clearly a dynamic on this team with Matt and John negotiating decisions so far. So
Solid control.
every team's got their own dynamic. It's been interesting to watch these guys so far through first couple of days.
Solid.
Lead.
Chris Ply is playing third. Usually the third's one that's doing some of the consultation, but Chris happy to be quiet and listen and just throw his shot. It's been good.
Okay. Beauty.
Nice touch.
Nice weight control on that one.
I guess it will go under.
It's funny with Matt Hamilton yelling down all the instruction stuff. Usually with a big crowd in the building, you wouldn't have to hear him because it'd be too loud. And now I'm saying that from a Skip's point of view.
Yeah, you just ignore. I can't hear you.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, I'd love to hear you, but I can't hear you.
It's an old ploy. Those days are gone, Kevin. I think at least here.
Oh, yeah. Do it good? Yeah, then maybe just a silver.
Hard work, front end. Chance for Japan to make a quiet way hit on the stone that's at the top of the 8, but maybe roll behind those 2 corner guards, Kev.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. That's it.
It's close.
Whoa.
It's a great setup shot.
Excellent roll, lying second and third. Very patient to call.
Nice.
Second, third. I don't really like. I mean, it's kind of.
Is this slash there or is it too thin?
I mean, it's probably too thin, and I mean, kind of playing with fire. But so are we if we do this. I mean, we can do this.
Yeah.
It's
How
short.
How thin's this double?
Thin. It's thin, but there's also a catcher.
Yeah.
It's like
The
a
double
thin
is too
border.
I
dangerous.
like making this.
I think so too. It's just pretty much nose, Chris.
Yeah.
Biggest challenge out
expect
here,
this to run
Kevin. Just
nice.
fresh piece of ice.
Based out here, so.
That's really up to the player.
then?
You know, sometimes you play an out-turn freeze.
Are we trying to nut
Into
it,
there,
or-
that'd be fine.
I would like
There's
it to
nothing
roll
wrong with
this
this call, though.
direction, I think.
As long as you don't
That's
tick
fine, though.
either of guard, because they'll go into the house.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Go.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's fine,
Sorry, boys.
Works out okay.
Chance for
My bad, though. I got to make that.
to do some damage here for Team Japan in the fourth end. Another update from Sheet A. Team Germany taking on Team Italy. A lot of red there, Kevin, in the 4-foot area. And we've been saying this for 3 days now. Tough shot here for the young German skip, Tots. 21 years old.
Needs to angle raise, and looks like it could be a shot for 2 if it's hit perfectly.
Did some damage in
Not
there.
bad.
Held him to 1. Looked like he was facing 3. We'll take it. Just an extremely good sweeping call there from Team Japan. The angle raise onto the red was not going to happen. They swept it, and you saw the yellow shooter go back and hit that stone at the back of the 12-foot. So there are a lot of yellow stones hanging around here for Team Japan.
You go for this double and you might, tap that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could probably make. How much I got, Lance?
3/4? Maybe a little more?
Yeah, I think.
You're only missing a
What do you have,
quarter.
3/4? I mean, I think we just roll in here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
I
thinking.
mean,
if you could
it'd be
roll.
nice. It'd be nice to make this.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's, like, I can't roll all the way. Maybe I could roll all the way out, but if I throw normal,
Yeah,
should be close.
I like that.
Yeah,
Let's try
but
to
like
just
you don't
make
need to do it crazy weight. You can do it like
I
normal.
mean, it's probably. So,
Then half, or just about half?
yeah, I think it's thinner than half.
I certainly like
I think
this
it's like
call.
a third.
Try to get 2
Half
yellows
might not
out.
touch it, so
You're 3 up.
normal.
Get rid of your opposition stones. Always good strategy.
Get rid of 2, and then
It's like firm.
Normal.
won't
I
give
don't
up
wanna
more
roll
than
out.
2 at
I
that
can
point
throw
because there's
firm
always
and
an
have it
open
go
hit
through
on
the
your
wall and have it
next.
go all the way out of the house.
Do you like taking a touch more than that for normal?
Yeah. We have to hit a third. This is. I don't think those guards are.
John's done a good job the last couple of ends of removing yellow stones. Needs to do it again here.
Yep, hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Through that soft.
Whoa, yep,
Hard!
whoa.
Whoa! Yeah!
Oh, line's looking pretty good.
Whoa! Whoa!
Needs to curl up a touch.
Set rock. Ah, dang it.
Okay.
Overswept,
Sorry,
actually.
Chris.
Threw it
Go
well.
out or no?
Yeah, that hit the board.
Touch.
Jesus. What a gift. I'm sorry, man.
Sorry.
Nose hit to lie 3. And John will
I
have
didn't
to
like
try a
my
double on his
stick
last.
on it.
With the nose hit, there's no easy double in play. They're all difficult.
Natsumura needs a shot here. Needs to make a good one. Assure himself a chance at scoring more than 1. Turn double is the call.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Needs to curl a bit.
Doesn't want to jam on the back one.
Not get it out. Missed opportunity. Challenge for Schuster's if he hits this on the nose. There still might be a shot for 3 there, Kevin.
It certainly would be. Yes, and
8 inches a roll is better.
if you could roll 8 inches
To the right, as we're
that would
looking
be
at it.
perfect. Right on the center line or slightly more. But if you roll too far over, you make a double again.
So easy to air the sweeping call to hit it too thick and stay right there, because if you really over curl,
8 inches
you'd hate to jam it and give up 4 here. So John will make sure he hits this on the nose and stays first, and then Chris Plies will have to make the sweeping call to have it roll to the right.
Weight's really good.
10-5.
Clean,
Yep. Whoa.
easy, clean.
Matt.
Clean.
No, clean. Matt.
Matt, go ahead.
Keep
Trying
going,
to make
Matt.
it
Go.
curl.
Go, Matt.
Keep going. Keep
Trying to
going.
get a
keep
little
going.
wee bit of a roll.
Not quite.
And not a big surprise either.
I say that's the tendency. Well, quiet weight hit for 3 here. Double those 2 reds with
Incredibly
quiet weight,
bad
and
one
could save the shooter here. You have to play it.
have to play it at 3
3
down.
down.
Yeah, just board weight, solid board. Quite easy to hold the shooter. I mean, no problem as long as you don't throw it too hard.
けどこっち走ったらずっとまっすぐ来る
さ
さっきの感じみたいな。
Well, chance to bounce right back here with 3. He said some very interesting ends here. This morning draw. The lefty intern, Yuta Matsumura, in the hack with a chance to tie things up.
This is starting to move. Need to hold it, try to get a piece of the back one. It's close.
Did not, but rolled in. So Team USA escapes another nervous end and holds Team Japan to 1. So a couple of missed opportunities for Team Japan and one opportunity taken advantage of. And it's the difference so far. 4-2. Team USA leads now after 4 ends of play, and they'll have the hammer as we go into end number 5. Oh, there's the line score from our feature match here, session 7. Those 2 single points scored by Japan could have been multiple scores with a little more luck and a little better execution from Skip Matsumura.
Yes, both coming a little deep early in the game to the back 4, setting up a freeze for John, and then this time not making the simple double. Like both fairly simple shots that ended up in forces for Team Japan. So
Be
you're
sure
right.
backside
Just
of tee,
need to
guys,
make
back
the
here.
simple ones.
Touch the 8-foot though if we can. I'd like to touch 8, but looks like it's really cruising from here.
Weight's really nice. Go ahead.
Okay, easy off.
2 up with the hammer coming into the rings for Team USA.
Good start, Stan. Boy.
Let's go back and update Sheet B again, Kevin. Switzerland up 2-0 through 3, and last rock on its way for Brendan Botcher.
Yeah, Brendan had a good look at the raise double and to see if it would touch the back one or not to get 2. Decides looks too tough after giving up steals to start this game. Decide, no, we better try to get a point here and let's draw the button. So it's an out-turn draw right to the button.
And there is a Martin who can sweep, it looks like.
Hey,
Park, right,
right on the button.
right on the button for Brendan Botcher on the board. And Team RCF up 3-2 on the world champions, reigning world champions, Nicodine. Looks like a draw for 2.
Yes, there's a
Much
a
more,
biter.
much simpler than Team RCF's draw in the last end to the side of the button.
This wide open house.
Okay, just fully.
I'm sure that Nick would have had a look at that split possibility with that rock fairly close to the house, but decides, you know what, let's take our two, let's get control, rather than try that difficult split. That split would certainly be there, but difficult. 2 it is. 4-3. Good game, Sheet C.
Men sen slaget han sätter för det var ju magiskt. Alltså han trycker ju.
Double center guards here for Team Japan in the fifth end. Kevin, I think it's really need to put some pressure on Team USA. That's a very common tactic now in the 5-rock rule. Really trying to tighten up the scoring area.
I think they've put lots of pressure on Team USA so far. Actually, they've been playing very well. Just not being able to close off a couple of ends.
Yeah, late in the end, they've been losing the battle with that at the skip position, certainly.
Yeah, John has definitely been on a roll, no question.
Actually, Lance, let's hold just to make sure we get over the top of our back.
Hamilton trying the big in-turn
I'm totally
double.
fine with that in this
Just threw
scenario
that a hair
so.
wide. But still decent situation
Hey,
for
Chris.
Team USA. Rock top button, buried. Third shot, back 12. Not bad. Just replacing that high center guard here.
Do that a couple of times and then maybe come around everything to the back 4 foot. And Barry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think it's probably juicy enough. Okay. Same, Matt.
Yep.
We'll try to hit 7/8 of the top and get both yellows and try to roll to a corner guard.
Close. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lance. Lance.
No, no. Oh, you're trying to go over the top first. I think it's over top. But... Okay.
I just thought I knew we missed it, so I was just making sure.
Good thing I was heavy.
Didn't want to run that back onto a stone at the back of the 12 foot. That was the reason Matt called sweeping, but never a doubt.
No worries. No. I'll replace it.
How many guards do you throw here, Kevin?
Probably till thirds first. Third second. Definitely not skips first. That's too late.
We'll check in on sheet A. I'll start again. Young German skip facing trouble here. Over on sheet A. It's been a recurring theme for the first 2 days of competition.
Needs to make a difficult tap with maybe hack weight. Get rid of shot stone for one. This is really moving though. Cannot afford to overcurl. Looks like it may. Oh, trying.
No, that'll spin out. Definitely a steal of a couple.
It's like 3.
I believe it's 3. Be 7-1 for Team Italy and complete control.
Okay, that's fine. Fine. Good.
Well, we saw the double made. His coach Uli Kapp have a few words of wisdom for his young skip. Wasn't like this at the World Juniors. It's a little break there for Team Japan by that back red being removed, and a couple of guards still out front here. A chance to roll buried. Maybe both of the rocks buried. They hit this right. Depending on the weight they throw.
Very nice. That is completely lost under the guards. Good call.
Good piece of the forefooot there. Really nice.
I don't know here. Like,
Did you ever try it, Finn?
what? It's crazy. I don't think you can make it because that rock's in the way. It's incredibly thin. I mean, we could just throw this too.
I just don't like that yellow rock.
We got to get shot, and it's hard to do frozen.
The danger stone, Kevin, well, there's two dangers, obviously, but that one right on the center line's got to be a problem for Team USA right now.
That's the one that draws or blocks the draw for one.
Big.
Yes, that's.
What's up?
How thin is the slash?
Like way over here? Then they just stack another one here. Nose is the spot.
Okay.
Sure. Nose. Wouldn't be anything wrong with the slash double,
control, Chris.
as long as you make it.
Control.
What?
Control.
You hate to miss the double and then allow them to draw two buried in there, but this is the safer play.
Just control.
Oh, easy.
Oh, no.
This is way out
Keep going. Matt! No. We're chiseling it, but.
there. That was a very uncharacteristic throw.
No, that was.
Chris Ply's not happy with himself.
Horrible throw. Sorry, guys.
Just kind of throw a biter, half buried, Kevin.
That would be wonderful. Yeah, it's a real bonus. I don't think Team Japan expected to have this situation. I thought they'd have to be dealing with that rock in the top 12.
Well, it's funny as a skip, and you can confirm this. You know, you kind of have in your mind what you're going to be throwing next. When something unexpected happens like that, it kind of throws your plans all. Okay, what do I do now?
Yeah. Reset, rethink.
Almost too good here. So it goes from a situation where John's really not worried about a steal to all of a sudden they're going to have to work a little bit to have a fairly simple shot to score. This comes up light. Would we see Schuster change gears and play a come around?
I think probably you would. Why not? The line looks pretty good on this one as long as the weight's fairly close to the rings.
Needs to
get across center or close to center. Pretty inviting to come to the top button now.
He gave you enough room where you could just draw a top button now.
Yeah, but then he follows and taps, and we're steal it too. Like we just need to score here, Matt.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. But I think I can make this too, Matt. So
Right.
make this, make him make the draw gun. If he doesn't, we
You're
get a
talking about it to this side, right?
Yep. Thin. Boom.
John's just making sure he has
I
a
think the
shot on
curl's
this
just
last.
shy of the line.
It's
It's
a
probably
smart
close.
decision.
Yeah, I agree.
Hard to argue.
They haven't exactly been busting, so.
You like right
I think
here?
it's right to the line is it.
It's hard to argue with
Like right
anything
here?
John's thinking
Little
today. He's
Just let him do what he wants.
Yes.
It's all good.
Just carry on, Skipper. You're playing great. We'll cheer you on. Yes.
You know, and Chris Ply's at third has been struggling, and he certainly won't be piping up anytime soon. Just peel the guard, and you're going to have something on your last. If you make the double and the stone at the top forefoot, that's a bonus.
Close. Close. Steiner, yours.
Watch the roll. Watch the roll.
Oh, right through the hole. That's fine. Good. Right through the middle of the hole. So I did it closer nose than I thought.
Matsumura knows that stone just almost full forefoot, probably not good enough to steal against John. Let's try to tap it a little.
Tap it a little. If you could get across it and tap it towards the button so you show half and half. Half of the rock you throw now and half the one there. Then you could probably hit a really good chunk of the button.
And have a great chance of stealing. We've seen Matsumura struggle with his last stone, the last two ends. Needs a good one here to put some pressure on Team USA. Oh, more pressure. There's already a little pressure, but to put more pressure on. Line's excellent.
Bump it a little bit. That was exactly the perfect line to bump it. Another
6 inches.
Yes.
Would have been great.
Get a
Still
good-
pretty good.
Oh, very good. But at this level, you want to make it as difficult as possible. For
Yeah, John will
the
make
draw.
this draw most of the time.
We're in the good stuff here.
Yeah. I get 10.
We'll watch
10,
the
15?
sweepers on this one.
Probably, yeah, probably 15.
Matt Hamilton and John Landsteiner, excellent judges of weight. Final rock on its way. For John Schuster, we'll put a clock on this.
Really soft. Go ahead then. Then heads down.
Really
Go.
soft.
What'd you get?
19.
Hard then.
19 is a split
boys!
time, 4.19 seconds hog to hog, or excuse me,
Hard,
backline
you
to
gotta
hog.
go. Go. Come on, boys. Come on.
15-2,
Hard, keep
they're
going.
gonna have to go.
Never off, man. You got this
Come on,
thing.
boys. Easy. It's close.
Holy cow, easy then. Wow.
Oh, what a team shot.
John Schuster will thank his teammates.
You're jumping in there. I didn't throw a draw yet. The first one.
Well done by the sweepers
man,
and the
I
throw.
threw
We'll
it
give
over
John a
every
little
time.
credit.
15-1.
But that'll put them
Yeah,
ahead
even that one came out
5-2
short,
as we head to the 5th end break.
Scrub.
Japan will have the hammer in 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18.
Yep.
Well, first half highlights. This was an end where all of those yellow zones at one point looked like they were going to count here, Kevin. And Matsumura came deep on his first, and John Schuster made a beautiful draw, forcing this in-turn shot for 1.
That was the key, that red stone that's the side of the button. That was the last draw for Schuster, and this is a beautiful draw, but only for 1.
So there was a missed opportunity there in the second and the third, and it was John Schuster again making a beautiful triple on his first. Really didn't leave Matsumura much. And John could have maybe had a shot for 4 or 5 on the left side of the sheet, but sweepers saved it. And
Big sweep, dude.
My hand is 'cause of how- man.
control point there. 3 scored, and that put them in the lead. And you talk about good sweeping. This one, Kevin, Schuster's last. First time he's really faced some pressure on his last stone, and
Go ahead then.
sweepers
Then
had to
heads down.
go.
Well, right as soon as you hear really soft, you know, oh boy. But look at that, 3 guys on it, right to the side of the button, and that's a sweeper shot.
Sorry for jumping in there.
1 point, big one.
I didn't throw a draw yet.
5-2 at the break. Team USA leading. Look around the rings here. Italy in full control against Germany over on sheet A. Team Canada down 1 without last rock, playing the 6th end against Switzerland, and Nicodine in a battle with Team RCF from and the Swedish team leading 4-3 as they play the 6th.
You got a little filler?
You put me on CNN.
Yeah, there's a woman at TJ Maxx.
Twitter, Olympic Channel's probably on right now,
Yeah, exactly.
but then they're probly on commercial
There was a woman at
during that last shot.
yeah. There was a woman at TJ Maxx one time that was like talking to her daughter. And
Jamming to music?
she's like, We're talking about clothes. Spotify? I don't know. I really like it. Every time that she like stopped talking.
Yeah, you should duck face it out there.
Big second half and get a couple, and it's a new game. Get a deuce here. Let's watch. It'll be a little quicker coming back again this end. So, yeah. So, okay. Let's go do it. Go. Like you can.
Barberso with some motivational words says, we look at the stats through 5 ends of play, and not a ton to choose here, Kevin, between the teams. 83 for US, 80 for Team Japan, but it's really been last rock throwers, mistakes by Matsumura and some makes by John Schuster that have been the difference so far.
Worked it. Okay.
97.
You got a sliver of heart! Ah!
What do you got, Matty? I got a bad time. I got there.
6th end.
6th end, guys.
Yeah, it's 6-7.
Right off there.
Chris?
Coming down, starting to come down.
Just a 5-6.
Still 5-6. Still there, still there.
Okay, easy.
Now, second half of the game underway
15
here
flat.
at the
Thing's
BKT
grinding.
Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship from Wind Sport Arena in Calgary. Mike Harris along with Kevin Martin covering Team John Schuster, Olympic champion. And the skipper has been good so far the first half of the game, outplaying his rival skip from Japan, Yuta Matsumura.
That's kind of been the difference so far. Not a lot of shots, just a couple. And that makes the difference on the scoreboard. And now it's time for Team Japan to take a lot of chances. You're going to see a lot of corner guards and a lot of freezes and taps played in the next couple of ends in an attempt to get a couple of points, get back in the game.
There's certainly been no lack of opportunity for Japan here through the first 5, but as you say, have not been able to close the deal
That was Chris.
when they've had last
Don't
rock.
want to.
Okay, I'm just saying, it's if we ever sweep anything, it's going to be you. So 15-3 should be a little shorter. That one's screaming too. Screaming Eagles.
And 3-point lead. They'll throw 2 rocks in the rings to start. Five rock rule. When this guard comes to rest, Team USA can not remove Team Japan's guards yet. It'll only be the 5th stone of the end. So what do you like 3 up here, Kevin, for Matt Hamilton's first? Do you throw a tight guard, or you come into the rings again? What's your what was your go-to?
My go-to would be a tight guard, not in the rings.
Pretty good at.
Easy early.
It's really.
All right, I think
Probably
it's there.
Chris.
You don't want a long
Easy.
guard though.
Probably Chris.
Very close to the
Go
house.
on to.
Yeah, but I can see why.
Tight 3.
Yeah, right
4,
off. Just,
4.
yeah, I know. I see it. Looks the same
try
as
it.
yours, so I'm just 15-9.
Well, then.
Let's make sure we get good line on this, I guess. Chris, go ahead. Yep.
So the problem with that is sliding into the top rings. Now you could make a hit and roll behind the corner. Whereas if the rock was, a little bit out of the house,
Don't worry about it.
that wouldn't be possible. That's the big difference there, and the way I look at it.
Tanita having a good game here, 95 through the first 5 ends. Has to stay here. Cannot afford to have a shooter roll out of play.
It's pretty good. Moving a little bit.
Beautiful roll. Really well done.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get one or the other, that's all. You get the top one, it's fine. Board?
Yeah, I like board.
My thought is you hit the top when you roll toward this with board, right? So it's,
Are we going for the top one?
no, we're playing this one. We go toward these with that too, so.
Matt Hamilton, 87 for the week, 80 so far in this game. Heck of a shot there.
Hang on, baby. That boy, Matt.
Good sweep, Chris.
Good sweeping, just barely got by there.
Just kept holding
shot.
it, holding it.
We'll check in on team from the Russian Curling Federation taking on Team Sweden, and this is really first time with the hammer. We've seen Team RCF being forced. They've been playing really well here for the first couple of days.
They almost made a roll behind in the back 12, and that would have left the double for two. But you can see that rock that's just about biting in the back corner. If that stays in, they could have got a deuce, but it rolled a little far. No choice. Got to make the draw for one. But no problem. Tie game.
Sergei Glukov, I said, he's had a fantastic week so far. I call it a week. It's been 2 days, but they've undefeated so far. Another nice roll here from Team Japan, rolling just their half rock further would have been nice. Still leaving Chris Plies an opportunity here to make that one go away. Chris struggling a little bit in this one. Saw a missed hit last end.
It's a nice throw this one.
Oh, jeez, no way.
That picked something up, hit some debris. Chris just having one of those days. When it rains, it pours.
Well, that's something, I guess.
Threw one good and got nothing out of it.
Had that one made. That was a good throw.
He watched this hit the debris. We'll make a quick right turn here at some point.
They just off it and then there.
There it goes. Didn't even signal.
No, unlucky.
And that is part of the, in golf call it rub of the green, but that's one of the unfortunate things in our sport. If something does get on the ice surface and causes your stone to go sideways, just to say that's unlucky break. The good news for Team USA, those yellows are very vulnerable. There's a pretty easy double there, so they'll need to move those. Team Japan will. Are they hitting that yellow, Steven? Or Steven? Kevin. My son's name's Steven.
Oh.
They hitting that one, Kevin?
Gee, I like that. Yes, I got it. Yeah.
I don't know, Dad.
Yes, trying to hit it and raise it back into the reds, just to offset the angles a little bit. Good call. The double was too easy. That's what they're thinking. The double is just too simple to leave. It's still fairly simple half rock double. I imagine they'll play that one. Yes.
You like unless you want to make this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we're lying too if you make this one, but it might flip this on the way by.
If you make that one too, they play the double and roll the perfect split.
What's that?
If you make that one, they make the double and roll this way. On the next.
So you like this one?
I think that's actually sets us up better.
Yeah, anywhere, half rock is great. 2/3 makes it easy. This is a half rock higher, Chris. Okay. It's thick. You don't want to hit a third, but half. Peel.
Chris Plies needs to make one here.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Clean. All right, Chris.
Beauty, bud.
That's a little better.
You know what I mean? If we nose it, they have a pretty natural roll into the corner.
I got you. I was just thinking about,
Those two reds, could ignore those, Kevin, and play a draw maybe to the left side, but what do you like?
A double and a roll is always a difficult shot. So you're making your teammate make an awfully tough one. I sort of like just the straight come around.
良さそうだけど、普通にちょっと高くてここでもいいんじゃないか。
6。
多分狙ってもあっちかかる可能性あるでしょ。
平行に置くってことでしょ。
Let's go over to sheet A.
隠れてる必要ないでしょ。
Team
隠れてる必要ない。
Germany looks like they've got one locked up here. Kevin?
A chance with a hit and stay to get a deuce. We can finally say that the young German skip has a fairly simple shot. Looks good. Good throw. Looks like 2 points. 7-3 now for Italy.
He's thrilled.
It's a little bit heavy. Needs to stay in the 8-foot circle.
Get it out. Out.
Unfortunately, far too deep.
Let's try to roll like.
Chance to hit and roll, lie 3.
The double might come back here.
He might be
So
playing
2 doubles will be required
Whereas right now,
from
if I beak it, he's gonna have trouble
Matsumura.
staying with a double. I think beak might be the play. Okay. I think I like beak.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I mean, I guess he's gonna. If he rolls this way, he's not gonna be shot. So.
Control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going pretty fast. We use 12 seconds in our first 3 shots.
Oh boy. Just control.
Yeah.
We can also roll, but we're trying to nose it.
Yeah.
So if Team USA can lie 3 here, Matsumura will have to make 2 double takeouts in order to bring that back stone into play.
Yeah, that was a bad miss going too deep on that one,
Just
Mike.
clean.
John wanting to nose this. Lie 3.
Hard.
John curling 88 in this one, and his
Right to it, Matt.
degree of difficulty has been reasonably high here as well. Certainly pressure filled. And on that note, this shot that he made in the 3rd end, he made a triple on his first in the 3rd end as well, and quiet weight tap on his last here in 3, and
Great shot, John.
John Landsteiner, Matt Hamilton.
Come
on.
John Landsteiner, Matt Hamilton earning their keep here in this one, sweeping end on a number of John shots.
And just getting by on quite a few. Well earned.
Where John rolled to, the trick for Matsumura, you can see is he going to play the thin double, Kevin? I think he probably is, and try to go across the top.
Wow.
Hit an inch or 2 of that. And
It's there.
it's the only way to score more than 1, I think.
And stay buried. If you do make this thin one, you will be buried behind the red rock top 12. And then if John does take on the run back, you a little bit of a miss and you get 3.
And you see Matsumura at 58. And most of those have been his first stone of each end. He's kind of gotten himself into some trouble. Definitely trying to hold this outside the center line. Sweeper's working hard.
Looking pretty good. Does not.
Just gets a little unlucky there, where did not stay for shot and really doesn't have much to score 2 if John doesn't throw. Had hit this thinner.
At the last second, wanting to just, okay, we're going to jam, hit and roll freeze. That's the reason for the woe.
Wide open. I think this is the only way they're ever getting 2. Just blast it.
So one way to prevent giving up 2 is just to hit the 1 yellow in the ring. Just good play.
Sorry, I just thought I was going behind 2 line.
I liked whatever you liked, but this one, I don't know for
Yeah, I mean that hole is 2 rocks, 3 rocks wide.
Feel?
Feel, yep.
No sense trying anything fancy here for John Schuster.
No, just make it go away.
Yep, hard. Clean. Oh, clean!
Good throw.
Good. Fine, John.
Oh, the force is on. Draw for one. So mission accomplished. Anytime you can hold your opposition to one when they have last rock, especially when you're ahead.
Definitely, definitely. John's just really playing a solid game. Bottom line
like a part of it
to this.
I wonder what the rule actually reads. That's one I don't know in curling. Like if the rock's touching the tee line, can you sweep above it? Yeah. Or can you only sweep the backside?
Line good.
Get the clock on this one as well. We saw that one last end, 15.2 for
Line good.
Team Schuster. That was going end to end with the sweeping. So without any sweeping, it's probably going to be quicker. 14.7, half second. So should be perfect.
Should be perfect. And it is. Right into the button area.
One it is, but that is not what they were hoping for here. So it'll be a 5-3 lead for Team USA as we head to end number 7, and they will have the advantage of last rock.
そしたら8で追いついて間に合うぐらいだと思う。2つ
So you can throw through. Yeah. I mean, unless it's super high, then.
Line's good.
Shinyabe's first stone here in end number 7 on its way.
Line's good.
Down 2 without the hammer. Team Japan needing some center guards. And up to with. We'll see John Likely try to keep things open in the middle.
Weight's good.
Big 3 understanding out, Kevin, in the first half.
Absolutely.
Chris.
Trying the tick shot.
Chris, go ahead.
Certainly a shot that's been
Easy.
being played far more now.
Keep going. You're fine. You're good.
Get the yellow stone off the center line.
Ridiculous with that rock.
Do anything.
Sorry, Steiner. It's on the rock at the hog line. There's no way it doesn't hit more than that.
So they've discovered one straight stone out there, so they're still having a hard time trusting it's going to keep doing the same thing all the time. I said that's not unusual in the set of stones. You got 16 rocks per sheet, 4 sheets. There's going to be a few different ones. And the top teams, because they throw it more cleanly and more consistently, are able to identify those stones usually a little more quickly than teams that struggle. So you've got to believe what you see. They've all got numbers on them. So the team will keep a book.
Keep track
of them.
Same weight, Steiner.
Once playoffs come around, you can pick rocks from different sheets and mix and match a little bit. A set, if you have one you like that curls a bit more, for example, is always a little bit of an advantage to have in your back pocket.
Especially late in the week at championships like this, the ice tends to get a little bit straighter as the week goes on.
Go for weight, both of you.
So you want to have that little extra curl.
Hard, boys, hard! Hard!
Good shot, man.
Good. Good.
Great weight control there from John Landsteiner.
Pretty good.
So pretty simple situation here for Team USA. No real danger rocks in play right now, and we're already into second stones. So what's your goal here for if you're Team Japan?
You just need,
Seventh end.
yeah, you're just going to have to keep throwing these guards fairly tight, and just you really do need a little bit of help. You need a miss, and be able to come into that 4-foot circle. And at this point, a force is still fine. A steal would be wonderful, but a force is still fine. You cannot afford to give up 2 points, though. Force here, get your 2 and 8. Force in 9, 2 and 10. Steal the extra.
Look like normal.
That's the way the math
Even
would
if
work in
try to
my
get the
mind.
top over the top's fine too. It's about a third.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Whoa!
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep, yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Hard.
Beauty, Maddie.
Stay there, no. Ah, you did. Go ahead.
Squeeze that redstone
Good boy.
into the 4-foot. Let's update
Good job, Matt.
Canada, Switzerland, and looks like Benoit Schwartz is trying something fancy here, Kevin, in end number 6.
Yeah, red has shot rock. Could be a fairly easy draw for 1. Coming off the wall, trying for 3. Oh, the old, excuse me. In there for 1.
The draw looked easier than that.
He was trying for a big 3 there, but happy to get 1. 3-1.
Benoit Schwartz, the last rock thrower for Team de Cruz, just has all the shots as we tune into Nick Dean.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure on Nick right now, having to throw an in-turn draw. Needing a good chunk of the button. RCF has him in a lot of trouble right now.
Okay.
There's no way to spin this thing.
Oh, line looks pretty good. Needs to finish a little bit, but looks just fine right into the button area. But only for 1. Really good game on sheet C. 5-4 Sweden, but RCF has hammer.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not bad in the sense they got rid of the yellow in the rings, but rolled for a center guard.
Certainly would have liked to have rolled the red rock further over.
Sorry, Matt.
Team Japan looking to draw in there. Do you not make a move on that red at on the 8-foot?
And roll in. Good.
It's like an easier shot.
Or you can loop in-turn all the way around to the back 4-foot.
On the left-hand side.
Left-hand side.
At it, yeah.
Yeah, right-handed in-turn around the yellow to the back 4. And then if U.S. plays the run back in, you can play to the top 4.
でその裏でやるってこと？
それ狙わせるんだったらもうこっち1個取ってからやらせてもうこれでフォースするかガードするかっていうしかなくなっちゃうから。
今先に1個取っても同じ話じゃない。
ダブルされたら前センター。
That's kind of what I was thinking. If you go around to the back 4, and you're saying, okay, but then they peel, and then we hit the other one, and I was thinking, okay, go to the back 4, then come around it, but almost the same thing. This is your call, though, Mike.
Either or, right? You saw, again, commit to 1. You know, we saw John Schuster make the decision in the 5th end to just keep things quiet enough where he's going to have a shot to score. In this last, I suspect he'll do the same here and just try to avoid a steal somehow.
So running a little roll here on this board weight. Hit and roll. Needs to come up a little to get any kind of roll.
Okay.
I think sitting in the open's okay.
Yeah, I think nose is probably the
We
shot.
could roll all the way here, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes this draw tough for him. I can dig anything under this. I think the big roll here.
Hack?
Yeah.
That looks like no ice.
Can I get a touch more?
Yeah, nose is fine here too, so yeah.
Supplies. He's got some options here. Nose hits good. Roll a little bit underneath is good.
Almost. Boy.
Clean.
Board.
Clean. Steiner, it's definitely yours, but go ahead. Go ahead, keep going. All right, well, little rolls actually probably better. That's actually better. Just a nose.
Good shot.
That works there.
A little big.
I'm a bit surprised
Good throw, Chris.
be hitting
Little
that one in the
solid, but
top
not-
12.
11.75.
That's not a very big port between the red and the yellows up front. It is there, though, for an intern hit through there, but oof, tight. So a little roll here needed.
ちょっと早いかな。ちょっと早い。シンくん、阿部ちゃん。Yes. Yes. Yes.
Two shots. Team Japan unable to get the roll.
What? You still like the roll?
Sure.
Same weight. These are just really track. You can throw the same you just threw, actually.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
Well, we know what's coming if they
Tighten up
make
a
the
bit.
roll. Gonna see Team Japan play some sort of draw.
A little more.
Yep.
A
Close.
little more.
Well,
Close.
really close, Matt.
Nope, Steiner, it's you. It's you, Steiner.
Watch that back one.
Okay, whoa, now, whoa.
Gonna roll a little bit.
Should go by it.
You're hitting it.
Good shot.
Pretty good spot, buddy.
I think that's a really
I don't
nice
mind
spot.
that.
You can promote it if need be.
We can easily get to nose of that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Handshakes over on sheet A. We've got our first final this morning.
Good luck. Thanks.
Team
Good luck.
Italy
Thank you.
improving.
Thank you. Good luck.
3-1. Great start for Team Returnas. And Germans struggling to get their first win still. Kind of a dark horse pick of yours, Kevin. I know you like that Team Italy.
Okay.
I do. I just think they throw the rock well, make a lot of shots.
And they've got lots of experience too. And Joel played in his first Olympics in Torino 2006. He's been around a long time.
Nice hit. Okay.
Trying to come through that port here, Kevin. I'm a little surprised you're not just going wide around the yellow. Looks like an easier shot.
It's such a tight port to get through, and this rock trying to move, but don't think so. Not quite. Just picked a difficult shot.
It's a high degree of difficulty on that one for sure. Weight was good.
It's got to be buried. He's going to roll. It's fine.
Yep.
But I think that's, so,
Yep.
I mean, we can kind of go off what he just did, I think.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking too.
Okay, all right.
You didn't get his hog, did you?
Intern draw for John Schuster.
They'll have it.
The key here is keeping this in front of the tee line.
Half top four, Chris, you think?
So we need like a 10, 15, not a 20. Or just going biting 4 foot?
Yeah. 15?
15.
So 2 feet short of the tee line is the
His
call.
ran really straight down there. I don't know how, but we've kind of tight brooms, so just be ready. Either way. Really soft.
5, 5, 6.
Okay.
5-6 is pretty close.
Easy.
With his hand.
Easy for weight,
Wait's
too.
there.
Close on, yep.
Close.
That's it.
Yeah.
Where we at?
Gotta go.
This is really moving towards that
You better
yellow
touch
rock.
him something.
Gotta go.
Seven.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, easy, easy. Spin. Good.
Okay with that, I think.
Yeah. And they got to make a roll.
I think I wasn't sure. I didn't want to be T-line.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why you guys, I didn't hear any numbers, so I'll just make sure we keep talking numbers. so
Said
we can
11.
make- What?
Said 11 when you let it
No,
go.
he's talking.
Oh.
No, on the way down here.
いや、真裏行くのいいけど、黄色から出せるよ。
So Team Japan, Kevin, knows that yellow-red on the right-hand side is looking at it's lined up very nicely. If they make a good, really good one, it looks like Jean could probably chase it on the right-hand side. What do you like here?
I like the cover. You've got to come through the hole this time, I think. You could go around wide, but then the red raise is pretty easy. So, well, I don't really like hitting anything now. Either a wide around to the back 4 foot, or through the port. Try that through the port to the 4 foot.
Hit and roll is even the problem with this shot. Even if it's made perfectly, John Schuster will have a pretty easy shot to score. And you're down 2 without the hammer. But,
rolling is always tough.
Yeah, Matsumura's calling probably the toughest shot. Needs a roll to not give up a big end here.
Ping! Whoa, whoa! Ping! Yes! Whoa! Whoa!
Looking pretty good, though.
Whoa!
Just threw that really too hard. Stays for shot rock, but this will be a wide open shot for John Schuster to
I think I'm going to throw you.
seize control.
I'm erring on the side
Already
of 10.
2 ahead.
I mean, I think I want to throw you a 10.
High degree of difficulty on that one for Matsumura. Higher than he needed to
You
play.
like that, Matt, for weight? Like a 10?
Yeah, I think so.
Like not, like makes a stuck control. Hinge off. Yeah. You go to that for weight, Matt? Step 10?
Yeah, I think so. Got a lot of way to roll.
Final rock on its way for Team USA skip John Schuster. Chance for 2.
Whoa, early.
Clean.
Yep. Whoa.
Clean. Yep.
Clean.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Clean.
Clean.
Yep.
Just clean.
Clean.
Clean it. Clean it.
No mistake. That'll put him ahead 7-3 here through 7 ends and really in control now. Great performance by
Still
the American skip.
First one, or your peel you threw
4 up, Japan will have hammer in 8.
3点取るのがいい。まあ作りは一緒だろう。まあね、さっきも2回。 Go pretty early.
I got a 10.
Mine's good.
I had 11.
You're watching coverage of our Team USA, Team Japan feature matchup here at the BKT Tires and OK Tire World
Mine's
Men's
great.
Curling
Still
Championship
6.
from Calgary.
I'm fine with 5-6 here still.
USA in control here in the 8th end, up 7-3.
Don't be heavy. Don't be heavy.
John Schuster's just played a really, really good game. He's made pretty much every shot that he's attempted.
And it's really been the difference at the skip position in this one. Matsumura has also had some opportunities, but has not been able to take advantage. Particularly in the first half of the game. Could easily have been 5-2 the other way instead of USA taking control. Good battle at lead. Shinyabe at 95, Landsteiner at 93.
More line.
Yeah. I think it's good for the change of rocks, though. So
Just let it grind.
5?
looks good from here.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Still don't want to go. I'm just clean.
15-5.
It's there. Perfect.
Curl.
Yeah, curl a little bit. Just that. Great. Nice pair, Steiner.
Atta boy.
Nice couple of rocks there from John Landsteiner. Go catch up on Sheet B. Big game between two of the favorites here this week, Brendan Botcher from Canada and Peter de Cruz from Switzerland.
Yeah, this has been the first end where Team Canada's really had Team Switzerland in trouble for the entire end. And on the last, there's nothing much that Benoit could do. Just took out a rock and had to leave this out-turn draw to the forefoot for Team Canada, and no mistake, right to the button. So 2 points and tie game after 7. Switzerland has Hammer playing 8.
Nice move, Chris.
Mine's okay.
Probably Chris's rocks.
I think it's there right now.
And no surprise on our sheet with
Just shy.
That's fine.
Time to take a turn.
Team Japan throwing 2 corner guards here. It's 5-rock rule in play.
Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead.
Maybe biting.
It's fine. Keep going.
That's great.
Now just try to figure out a way to
Out of the way, Maddie.
be able to use them.
I did it.
That's good. I'm so proud of you.
I threw it up.
Matt Hamilton throwing it to the right spots for what he's claiming to be the first time today.
Matt's throwing pretty good numbers today.
I was used to joke that if you act surprised, you're giving it away. just act like you've done it before, Matt.
Yes.
Trying to get that little roll.
Whoa.
It's close. Roll behind the corner.
Oh, well done.
Perfect weight.
He's gangster, man.
Well, we saw that a couple of ends ago where the rolls were made just about a half rock short. That one's perfect.
Again, erring on this. You want to throw outside in at this?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to give you, obviously.
Even a sliver less.
Okay. Less? Gotcha.
That'll be bringing some heat on this one.
Close. Well, yep.
Yeah.
Hard.
Close.
Shooter. That's good, though. That's good.
Just missed by and missed the yellow in the rings, but
That's the way to miss that shot, though, Mike. Make sure you get the peel at this score.
get the shooter out of the way, right? Play the scoreboard first. Matsumura now going to try to go around the other corner guard. Saw that stats board a moment ago. Tanita having a great game at 95%. Said this Japanese team has had plenty of opportunities in this game. Beautiful come around. John Schuster looking at the fancy double here, Kevin. Hit about half of this yellow and try to roll between the two reds.
You might catch a side of this, but I'm okay with that too, I think.
That would be extremely fancy, but just roll in is probably more likely.
Inside out, we could, yeah, inside out. Heel. Thick half.
Пройдем начало дома и валить.
Well, Sheet C, Team Sweden, and Nicholas Sedin, two-time defending world champion, has got Team RCF in some difficulty here. Wide out-turn draw to the side of the button required for Glukov.
Third's first rock, actually they had a chance to hit and roll, but just re-ticked a guard by nothing. And that sort of caused all this mayhem for Team RCF. So needing a really good draw here. Looking pretty good.
2 фута, ребят, ровно ти, супер линия, ровно ти. Контроль. Whoa.
What a player.
Great shot.
Not familiar with Glukov, but boy, he's just made everything he's looked at so far. Yeah,
Impressive.
これタップしながらだったら
high fives all around.
ありかなって思う。
Tie game through 8.
結構ギリギリではあるよ。
バックエイト。
And you saw Chris Ply's close to making the fancy double, just kind of glanced off his own stone at the back of the forefoot instead of rolling through the port. Very close to being perfect. But a good chance again for Team Japan. They got one buried and they're throwing. Shimizu looking for a quiet weight tap. Just glances the top stone. Spins to the left a little.
We're second and fourth. That's third, so.
Okay.
I think I like the roll under.
Okay.
What turn looks better for you from there?
There, but I don't care.
Okay, I think this way with control or normal even.
I like normal. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. That's fine.
Sometimes the player in the hack has a better idea of which side has more room in the port. So Chris Ply's liking the out turn here. Try to run it straight down the sheet, make her hit and roll.
Normal.
Close.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Matty. Whoa.
Nice shot, Chris.
That boy, Chris. Beauty.
A1.
Ooh, buddy. It's amazing what you can do when your hands aren't like, what's that one guy's name? That's like the lake person with like the.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, I feel like old Greg, dude.
You want to drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
We'll have to get the whole story from Chris after the game. Thirds in a tight battle, percentage-wise anyway. Chris has had a couple of bad breaks. Rock picking up debris one end, but made a couple of nice shots last two ends.
Get behind that corner.
Japan trying to make USA uncomfortable here. Second and third shot behind the corner guard. A bit of work to do for Team Schuster not to give up 2 or 3 potentially.
How much you got?
Definitely 3 is on the go right now, no question.
I mean, I think we got to play it to stay. Okay. And if it plants, it's just going to be what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try to slice it, but that might drag it harder.
Yeah.
Did you ever throw a hack and just roll?
Yeah,
like...
we were just talking, throwing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, to that board
Needs to make sure it
later,
gets
like
rid
right
of
on
one
there.
of those
running
yellows.
Good, so
Yeah.
It's not easy though. Like he can only see just
I'm just worried about
maybe
the
a
plant
third.
there, truthfully, which is horrible. I tried to sweep that thing as
Ever
far back
tick
as
the
I could get
guard.
it,
3 is definitely
but it's on a really
a possibility.
Looks like so much ice. You think it's good though?
I think it's close for hack.
Okay.
And I can get it going.
Okay.
John Schuster, first rock here in 8, on its way.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Close.
whoa.
Just hack.
Yep. Hard.
That jumped.
Whoa.
Close.
Nice
ahead.
weight though. Really nice
Out of the
weight
back yellow.
control.
Watch back yellow. All the way out if you can. Oh, don't jam him.
Great shot, John.
Oh, there's lots of room. Okay.
Concerned that yellow is going to be in the rings.
One more roll.
Yeah.
And there's the difference in this game.
That's okay though. It's in a good spot. I can
Matsumura
just,
has had,
if I needed.
I would say, the same number of opportunities to score big ends as Team USA has, but it just hasn't been able to close the deal. And John Schuster's really not made many mistakes at all.
At all. John's been good today. That is no question. Another chance here, though. If you can get a little roll underneath.
I forced John to play that little run back.
And cannot afford to jam it. So interesting. 3 is still in the mix if this roll is made.
Yes. 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 Yes.
This is
Yes.
really going.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Probably woke up this morning, tied his shoes, and the shoelace broke. Matsumura had a tough day. Just can't take advantage.
Right, because it's just stuffing on you. So I still think we can throw this hard if we want to. I mean, I just don't think I want to throw peel at it.
Are they like normal or?
Yeah, I mean, I can throw.
Yes.
They just went on this the whole way, Kev.
They did all they could with it. It's just a little inside, a little light, all the way, and
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yell all you want. It was still going to curl.
yeah, there's no saving that one.
Seen that look most of the day.
So John kind of needs to hold his shooter and the other one in case this yellow jams on the side.
Go ahead, Matt. Matt.
Which is a very big possibility.
Clean. Center. Go ahead. Either one of you, doesn't matter.
Does jam. Now, if it doesn't hold the shooter, it will be maybe a shot for 2.
It's got to stuff the run.
You kind of need to take on that yellow-red combination, don't you, Kevin?
Certainly. This score. Drawing for a single here and be 3 down without hammer, 2 ends to go. Yeah.
He sees it.
Absolutely. So it's a shot for 2, just off nose.
Analytics has come to the world of curling as well, and the teams know the statistic opportunity of winning games no matter what the score and who's got last rock. So, as you say, 3 down without last rock with 2 ends to play against a world-class team. You're looking 1 or 2% chance of winning. So this will improve their odds a little bit. Still in trouble if this is made.
For nothing else for Utah's next game, because this would bring up the confidence factor. He hasn't made many shots today.
Not easy, but last rock on its way here for Yuta Matsumura. Difficult raised double for 2 points.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Point. Yes. Whoa. 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 Yes.
Very close, Mike. Very close.
Wow.
What a fantastic shot.
Toughest shot he's looked at all day.
Well done.
Finally, he says.
This is incredibly difficult. Wouldn't make that very often out of 10. Maybe 1.
Made the right one.
Made the right one.
Great sweeping, great call.
Just slightly off nose. Wow.
There we go. Great 2 scored by Team Japan. Just now, still have to go into steal mode. 2 down, playing 9.
Nice shot. Hell of a shot, man.
John Schuster with the compliment. 7-5. USA with the hammer going into 9. Ninth end underway after that fantastic shot thrown by Yuta Matsumura in end number 8 to tighten things up a little bit. Goes from a situation where he needs to steal multiple points to now you need to steal only one multiple times.
Well, but you have a chance. If that last one's not made, it's shake. Oh yeah, shake hands. Yeah, the Velcro starts to rip. But a beauty, and now after a steal.
Weight's good. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Hard. Come on, Manny. Hard, never off now. Hard on ours. Hard on ours.
Hang on, baby.
Boy, Lance, they're beauty.
Tick shot is the skill you need at lead, and that is to move those guards off the center line and roll your shooter out of the way. John Landsteiner does it to perfection here in end number 9. Things are wide open now. Will likely be asked to do it again.
You make it that good on the first one. Can't imagine why you wouldn't ask for it again and keep that whole house open, because Team USA really is just worried about scoring one.
Same.
I think you can go.
Yep, go ahead. Yep, both of you. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, close though. Chris,
go ahead. Hard, Chris.
Chris Bly's trying to make it curl now, make
going.
contact.
Keep going.
Another beauty.
roll in. Roll in.
Great job, buddy.
Had that spin,
Perfect shooting.
I was hoping for it to curl.
Oh, man, we've had some. Attaboy.
John Landsteiner with 2 fantastic shots.
Yeah.
Once you get to this situation in the 9th end, 2 up with the hammer. Each player as their position, as their rocks have gone by. Well, I did my job. You just kind of keep going and
down the line.
Countdown's on.
On those tick shots, I wonder if the teams ever switch when you have to make those good ticks. Do you switch? Because the leads sometimes have not such favorable curling stones. But would you grab a couple of good ones to make those ticks? Because the rest of the shots, if you make your 2, are peels.
Correct.
Thanks, Chris. That's an order daydreaming.
And we've seen Team DeCruz actually in our Grand Slams over the years, Kevin, that we've been covering with Canadian television here. Quite often throw, instead of throwing a center guard, they throw it about 2 feet off of the center line, knowing that the tick shot's coming. But a lot of teams don't practice ticking corner guards. They only practice ticking the ones up the middle. So we've seen a couple of different options being thrown by certain teams. But as you say, there's not much decision making here now that the tick shots are made.
Over the top again?
Yeah.
Matt Hamilton just being asked to play the peel. No need to run it into that the other yellow guard. You hate to spin it back to the middle somehow.
It's hard to not make contact with that other yellow, though. The angle's pretty much perfect.
It's good, man. John. It's all right. I'd much rather pick him clean.
Team Edin, Team Sweden, over there on sheet C. Rare miss from Glukov on his last. Had a chance to lie 2 and ticked his own rock, leaving Edin a draw for 2 in 9. Finally fighting his way to the lead in this one.
After a beautiful shot on his first as well. And Nick made a good one. And then a kind of an easy miss, unfortunately. And now a draw for 2, as you mentioned. And this one looks just fine. 2 it is, 7-5 coming home.
Nick Edin he's been throwing his draws and just turning around and walking back to his coach all first couple days, so that's a good sign. He's got a good feel for draw weight. But Team RCF will have the hammer heading to 10.
Watch this over here, Steiner.
Come on.
Attaboy.
Wow.
Gets rid of the yellow on the left and ticks his own red in behind the corner guard.
That's a, yes, fancy.
After that,
Nice try, Chris. That kind of makes up for that pick that he had and a couple of other bad breaks that Chris Plies has experienced this game. That'll help the mindset certainly going into the next game.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Corner freeze being asked for here.
Needs to slow down a little bit. Needs to slow down a little bit. Oh, not too bad, but just a touch heavy.
You got it all? Good stall. Okay. You like board?
Yeah.
Okay. That look okay?
Yeah,
Could
like
throw
that.
peel at this, just get
Maybe
rid
it's
of
like an inch
everything.
more?
Sure.
But trying to score more than one at this. Changing gears a little, make sure. Put the game out of reach here in end number 9.
Nice board.
No real danger of a steal here for.
Yeah, nothing in the middle at all.
So why not?
Hard! Hard!
Really curling though.
Hard side to go! Hard! 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 Scrub.
Great
scrub, Steiner.
That's my strong boy right there.
Attaboy.
Man, Steiner.
Hard! Hard!
This looked like at the hog line. I'm right behind it, and it looked like it was on that red guard.
Great scrub, Steiner.
Could only see the nose and actually got a roll, so you know that was tight.
It turned and I'm like,
Well done.
Hard work for that front end Team USA today. They've had a few end-to-enders. That's more ignoring those stones behind the corner guard. Are going to try to go around the yellow corner guard on the other side of the sheet.
That's the right call. I think it's just a matter, need to be shot stone. And buried.
Well by the guard, missed the guard by more than a foot.
Well, looks like it is shot stone. Not quite buried though.
pretty much I did the same thing on the other way, right?
Can see
I might need a tiny bit more than this.
probably half, like.
Yeah.
It appears that way. If John Schuster can roll into the 4-foot area,
Nice hack.
chance to score 2-3 points here in this end.
It's almost where you walk up and you knock that chess piece over at the end. If
Concede.
if you roll into the 4-foot in front of the tee line, obviously. If you roll behind the tee, a real nice freeze could change things.
Good hack.
Okay. Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close.
Just
Yep.
hack.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Steiner. Steiner.
Roll it into the 4-foot circle.
Good job, Johnny.
Just continuing his great play, John Schuster.
There's picks to go there.
I know, because they were still in the center at the hog.
14-6. And
Sweeping to keep it straight here initially, and then when you hear him say Steiner, John Landsteiner gets in and they try to make it curl.
Which it did.
Perfectly executed. Matsumura is going to try to hit this red zone of John Schuster's and roll all the way over to that back stone on the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
Which would give him shot stone.
あるよ。あるよ。
何すんのヒットして。ここ。そ
Right
れだったら構うの方が全然チャンスない。
聞こえる。あ、構わなきゃよっか。さっきこんなもんでいかなかったここだね。
I think they're realizing that if they make that shot, John Schuster will only have to draw the 8-foot, so best chance of scoring for Team Japan is to go around. I agree with that.
Sure.
Whether you lose by 1 or 6 won't matter. So take a risk here, go around, and hope for a miss.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
The line's excellent.
Oh, great shot.
We'll update Canada-Switzerland, 9th end of play.
Yeah, Benoit came up a little light on his first one, so now takes on the slash double to blank, so he has Hammer coming home. Oh, just hit it a touch too thick. Steal of 1. Canada 1 up now, going home.
The only way they're stealing is playing the run, though. I could play the tap, and if we rubbed ours, we'd probably roll in for shot. But I'm gonna make this.
Yeah. Kind of wait.
Normal, is that a lot of ice for normal?
No.
Okay, good.
John's made everything pretty much all day.
Solid.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Clean. Sounds good, and
Shot.
that'll do it for this one. 3 scored by Team USA, and that's enough. Hard to beat a skip playing the way John Schuster did today. Here in session 7, really fantastic performance.
Impressive the entire game.
10-5 is final here after 9 ends, and Schuster moving to 3-1, and a big third loss for Team Japan. They're at 1-3.
Hi Mom, hi Jonah, hi Audrey, Wesley, Raleigh, Shy, Miriam.
She said, hi, Specs.
Yeah, hi Specs. Hi Alyssa.
Thanks, man.
Some bonus coverage here from the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. Team Sweden, 2-time defending champions. Nicholas Edin, 2 up against a very tough team from the Russian Curling Federation. Oscar Eriksson just made a very difficult double on 2 RCF stones. Team RCF looking for 2 points here to send this to an extra end. Obviously 3 to win would be great. Another wonderful shot. That is buried behind a corner guard.
Den en halv sten under den, så det här är en absolut gimme liksom. Ja. Kan ju bli att man råkar ta den i nacken, men tar du tredjedel eller tjockare borde den gå över. Ja, i alla fall halv clean i alla fall. Halvträff då.
With that wonderful come around, Oscar Eriksson, Team Sweden third, being asked to play a run back into the pocket of the 2 Reds. Extremely difficult shot.
Yep. Nej. Det är bra.
little bit fortunate that he stayed out counting that side red RCF stone. So you see Glukov trying to figure out what he can play to maybe score 3.
Ну да, может даже на 3 получится.
Тэп.
Most difficult thing about playing Team Edin is that they have such
Если маленький сделаем, то так себе получится.
a power game. They can make
Сюда
almost
нравится,
any
но
double
одна
they look
точка
at.
у тебя, во-первых, надо завести идеально. Короткий ран, это остается, это раз. Во-вторых, если ниже заведешь, это уже отсюда пробой. Сюда хотя бы туда бьет, да. Но... Ну, смотрите, да, здесь у нас просто есть вариант, если мы посильнее чуть-чуть хотя бы колодку сделаем, растолкаем все эти камни, то у нас, может, этот заиграет.
Да, да.
Да, ну окей, еще им надо будет сыграть с этим.
Тебе что же нравится?
Нравится? Мне вообще тоже нравится.
Давайте пробуем.
Потому что здесь сейчас стоит easy double,
Нам надо пробовать на 3 играть.
Если хотя бы наш будет ниже здесь, мы хотя бы на 2 идем, это уже окей.
Да, да.
Окей? Это вес такой, 5-я зона, вылет. Да, растолкать немного вот эти камни, чтобы они встали.
So going hard for 3 points here. Going to play the tap on that red stone. Try to get it buried and roll the shooter all the way over to the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
Я думаю, для хак
Tough shot
Тилайнус такой щеткой возим.
Tough shot for Evgeny Klimov. Third stone
Нам
thrower.
надо вылет, Джек. 5-я зона уверенная.
2, 6, 7, 6, 5.
Оп. Оп. Сип. Сип. Оп. Сип. Жестче.
Really curling
Сип, Димон,
hard.
отлично едет. Сип, 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 свой скок. Свой скок обязательно. Сип, 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 сип.
That is a really nice result for them.
Просто дабл будет бить.
Почти.
Слабо просто.
Line 2, no double available for Edin. On those 2 shot stones, he'll play the hit on the stone at the top 8 and roll the shooter into the wide red on the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
Мне кажется, так можно было прям хаком бить, чтобы прям наш туда взял.
But there still might be a chance for 3 here for Team RCF with 2 rocks to come. Nick Edin's going to call a timeout and ask Coach Freddie Lindberg what he thinks. Only 2 minutes left on the clock for Team Edin.
Hoppas det är bara slå utsida, va? Den kommer aldrig fastna på den andra
behöver typ
gula.
gå så. Behöver sätta den lite tjockare där, men tar man lite
rätt tunn på den här. Men ja, jag håller med. Den är inte,
den borde
är
få mycket
given.
rotation som är fördel till oss, men
Ja, den är inte given. Men
det här var första tanken. Problemet är, alltså ligger man kvar där, då är den lite halvgömd. Lägger han den frysen då måste vi nästan frysa efter. Eller dra här själva.
Det känns som de bästa, antingen försöka spinna den bara lite så att den är ur vägen liksom. Eller den tunna och fullfölja ner där. Men den där är ju väldigt naturlig. Ja, exakt. Ja.
Det här är det andra alternativet.
Det andra är ju att chappa, ja.
Men man kan ju spela med fart ändå.
Lite vick så.
Ja, precis. Alltså, även om vi bara vickar dit. Alltså, han kan ju slå ner den här. Han kan ju slå ner.
Ska jag spela den för att säkert inte vara nära den där, så är det lätt hänt att det blir lite för mycket. Landar man där och han limmar frysen, då är han ju...
Okej, vi kör den dubbeln då och försöker spinna upp. Vi har 2.15 kvar eller något sånt efter det här.
Look at a few options.
Ja, jag har ju helt okej plats med chappen faktiskt. Jag kan spela chappen också. Jag håller med om att chappen blir bättre resultat.
Jag spelar chapp med en 7 eller något.
Det han kan göra är väl att spela den via den och vicka bakom den här och sätta ner röd så den fortfarande har stöd av gul. Så han ligger 2 och 4:e sten.
Problem for Edin here is if he makes the double on the top 2 reds, RCF can certainly freeze and fly 2
buried. Sätter den tjockt och försöka behålla den då. Den röda är redan sämst, va?
Beautiful shot from Klimov has put Team Sweden in some difficulty here.
Jag tror den är precis sämre än den fortfarande.
Ja. Så länge slagstenen ligger kvar bättre än den så är det i alla fall 4 gula då.
Det går för att försöka spinna upp lite. Ja.
Tough situation here, Kev, for Dean. Hard to not leave an opportunity to lie too buried for Glukov and Team RCF.
Take on the first things first, though, right? Make this double.
And they were trying to spin that over, so they might have an angle raise on Nick's last, but I don't know that it's gone far enough to do so. So if the perfect freeze is made here, down on the left-hand side, don't know that Dean will have a hit. However, it has to be perfect. They're hoping to have the shooter go a little further over so Dean could possibly run that yellow into the red.
See how far that spins? Yeah, pretty much still buried. See maybe just a sliver of it.
Да, скорее всего это будет уже тогда точно. Так он будет бить, и здесь у него есть у нас тут есть упоры, которые могут за нас сыграть хотя бы.
Could go around the Swedish zone top 12 on the other side of the sheet here as well, Kev. What do you like?
You could, but you're asking Nick Dean to miss a short run back. That's a lot to ask. But if you can put this on the perfect angle, even Nick Dean, I don't think can get it out. Either out.
Здесь ему сейчас хотя бы надо попасть вот этот вот, еще пройти с гардом, там попасть.
You might see Nick Dean have to go around the one in the top 12.
That would be something.
Well, if this is made perfect, oh, I believe they heard you.
Можно прям 8 за делать.
Нет, Димон, мы ведем.
Going to be leaving
4-2.
arguably the best
4-2, Димон.
guy in the world at run backs.
4-2, зайти нельзя.
A 5 or 6 foot run back, but he has to make it or he loses. That's trying to put some pressure on, and no reason to think that Glukov isn't going to make this perfectly. He's been playing just so well through the first 2 days here. So in-turn draw for the skip representing the Russian Curling Federation.
Линия отличная.
Линия нормальная. Линия хорошая.
Только вес, линию ждем.
Линия отличная.
Линия отличная. Сип! Линия, сип!
That's taken off a little. It's got to go to get by.
О, только вес. Сип! О, только вес.
Женя!
Oh, looks good.
Валим телами ровно, сип!
Needs some separation, though. Needs some separation.
Еще, ниже.
Оставь.
Another 3 feet of weight would have been nice. These rocks only a couple feet apart. I think Team Dean will be breathing a little sigh of relief here. Could have really gone sideways here in the 10th end. Happy to give up the 2 and move on to the extra.
With hammer.
Oh, and stays for shot. Heck of a shot. That was tough to do. The raise wasn't hard, but to save it and be buried. There is a shot here for Glukov, very difficult one, but look at this roll. Shooter stays there and
stays buried.
Wow. So Glukov's going to be forced to hit that top yellow quietly, make the double, and roll a shooter, and needs to get all the way into the 12-foot. What a great shot by Nick Dean.
Tremendous shot. It's always scary leaving him a run back. But no, the angles all work here, though. If the double is made, the rock will roll in.
Glukov, last rock here in 10th end, looking for a double to take this to extra ends.
This rock needs to curl a lot, though.
Made the double. Will he stay?
Looks pretty good. Should spin back a little. And
It does. Wow. What a couple of fantastic shots by the skips here on sheet C. Anything you can do, I can do better. How impressive has Glukov been so far this week? 3-0 and taking the two-time champs to an extra end. Sweden will have the hammer.
Так у нас. Ну что, это, пробуем.
По 4 футам, ребят.
Два ты хочешь? Дальний. Мы это знали. А у них время-то включится? Нормально. Такое же, да. Это прям... Не, нормально.
Some bonus ends of curling here, Kevin. What a performance by Glukov in this opening weekend of play. 3-0 out of the gates, and you know, he wasn't playing any of the favorites those first 3 games, but here he is against the two-time champion, 4-time overall, won 4 worlds and extra end. These guys appear to be for real.
No question. No question. And throws the rock really well.
So tick shots, as we saw in our original feature matchup. John Landsteiner made 2 beautiful shots in the 9th end. Christopher Sundgren looking for a tick shot of his own here. Just needs to move.
Won't move that much.
So as easy as that shot was made to look by by Team USA, it's certainly not a gimme.
Especially when you move it off the line. If it's on the center line, it is quite easy, but this one's not. It's a few inches off. That changes everything.
Club, the Team RCF lead, asked for a second guard now. Wants to get this tight to the rings, but not in.
This is going to be tight, though.
Trying to stop. It's a mistake. I guess the good news is it's buried, so hard to get at.
Spela samma väg med samma fart. Ja, samma väg låter bra. Ja, förra var nog fart lite drygt till sargen själv. Bara lite mindre fart så kan vi... Ja. Så.
Looks like they're going to try to make a play on the one in the rings here. Christopher Sundgren asked for the out-turn tap. I guess if it over curls an inch, you could make the tick shot by mistake.
It's definitely by the first one.
And Oscar will try to make a curl now.
And does.
Gets it out of the way.
So that was a pretty big error to have that rock slip into the top 12 foot.
Stannade du för? Jag tyckte den såg ut som den stannade här själv.
Jag stannade den här.
Ja, bra.
Nej, jag är inte säker på exakt, men någonstans.
Полностью пятак, окей, зайти не страшно. 4 фута. Хорошо.
Очень мягко.
Mironov being asked for the straight draw into the 4-foot area.
Чуть шире пока.
Линия норма, линия норма.
Линия отличная, делай
Somewhat of a guardable
Полностью
position.
вперед быть.
Challenge now for
Линия супер.
Team RCF. That guard is so high. You saw how
Давай,
easily
мужики, сип. Сип!
Sweden was able to make a play on that stone at the top of the 12-foot.
Yeah, you pretty much want to throw a guard around the guard. I would think right now. These are too easy.
Den andra är väl att gå på den då, men det känns som den här va. Den är farligare tycker jag. 11.
Vill ju helst,
Ja.
vill helst inte chappa där, då ligger vi bara bite 8. Försöka rulla undan mitt.
Bra fart. Vid.
This needs to curl.
Oskar. Den är riktigt tunn den. Kommer nu, men fortsätt gå. Järnet.
Carve that over nicely.
Bra spel. Mycket bra. Bra spel. 11-6. Fin fart.
Не добавлял.
Хорошо, 4 за, окей. Окей, делай вес, линия отличная. Линия лучше той. Линия отличная.
With them coming into the rings, so
Небольшой
Kevin,
перевал
to your
будет,
point,
возможно.
they'd be better off leaving this short of the rings, try to get it dead buried.
Absolutely. I don't understand this because we've seen Team Sweden easily knock those stones out.
Might force them to play a different
Det är
turn
en
here.
ganska naturlig dubbel, absolut, men den är ju svettig att missa alltså. Den är inne en tredjedel på 4-foten, men den är inte så lätt att fortsätta garda där på sidan ändå.
But certainly exactly buried.
Kör den. Ge den ett litet försök, cleant över är fine. Nästan 70 för den.
Rasmus Varano can certainly throw this hard enough. Like a bad release, just kind of threw it back a little. Not going to make the double. I would suggest Nicodine's fairly comfortable with where that red Russian stone is.
Feels he can draw the button if need be.
And you heard him indicate there's a natural double there off the left-hand one if he doesn't love that.
That would be Nicodine that would wait and leave an in off. Wouldn't be many curlers in the world that would do that, but he might be one of them. Need a good guard here, halfway at least to the house. Needs to be a little tighter.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, good shot.
Tjock halv bara för den där. Okej. 60 gör sådär.
They are trying to make the double here. Half a rock or so.
Med. Lite tunt tror jag. Okej, bra försök.
It's just fine. Don't really need the double. It's not significant. Well, you just want to, if you make the double, you make it on the across the face side, not the other way. Then you're risking some bad stuff.
Need to spin it back into the middle somewhere.
Какие варианты?
I suppose if you're Team RCF, Team Glukov, if you're happy with that stone where it is, just continue to guard and
absolutely
draw the button. Challenge Team Sweden to just make a good one to win.
Линия отличная. Линия хорошая. Как так? Чуть. Делай вес. Линия отличная.
This is looking really high, though.
Sip. Whoa. At least.
Yeah, not much use that guard. It's too high.
Klippa skotten. Ja. Är det bättre att ha kvar den och chappa, eller blir det någonting de kan runda bak 4 då? Ja, nej, precis. Jag gillar inte chappen, men man skulle kunna spela och försöka rulla dit, men jag vet inte om det ger så mycket mer. Det hjälper nog ingenting. Nej. Enda fördelen är väl att ifall vi ligger bättre än den, då kan de inte chappa för att ligga 2, men det är fortfarande vidöppet för att dra i så fall. Jag tror bara klippa den, för ligger vi kvar där någonstans på foten och han lägger en center här, så du ser en tredjedel, så är det någonting den kan sitta på och du kan klippa den. Är det mer öppet där så? Ja, extrem flistunn för den, så ta kantsten.
Looks like they talked briefly about throwing it wide enough to stay, but electing just to peel this out.
With that guard being so long, that seems like a reasonable call. Now you're throwing the guard around the guard.
Good call.
Certainly.
Again, it's the right call for Glukov.
Once again, it's not a super easy peel on the long one, because you could easily jam it on either the yellows or the red and roll it into the middle.
26. Чтобы он вез, и мы потом уже решаем счет.
Да, я думаю, единица.
Чуть меньше льда, Дим.
Just took a little less ice.
Жека, легко. Женя, слип. Окей, линия норма. Делайте 6-й. 6-й гард везем. Слип.
Линия отличная. Линия отличная.
Можно ближе.
Beautiful touch shown here, Kevin. Just going to come around that high guard, leave a tight guard. Something you can use.
It did overcurl a little bit, though, Mike.
We weren't sure if an easy shot for 2 was there, but Glukov, last rock in the 10th end. It doesn't get much more difficult than this. And calm as calm can be.
Rolled in.
Just a little spin at the end. There we go. And gets his 2. He's making it look easy so far this event.
That's a terrific shot under major pressure.
Känns som den kommer sitta där. Det finns nästan ingen träff som den inte sitter där.
Team Dean's called a timeout here. Well, Freddie Lindberg will come down again.
Ja, jag håller med.
That's a hard rock to deal with. You can't really hit it.
En clearing. Vi kan ju spela en...
Jag funderar på i så fall spela något lite mjukare.
Normal.
Men något som jag inte kan komma upp chatt naturligtvis. Men försöka få den tjockt igenom så jag rullar.
Ja.
Liksom,
kan tänka mig en
så länge
10
jag
eller
har
normal.
dragningen så. Ja, nästan lite djupare tror jag de drar.
Lite djupare.
Det känns bättre nästan än att vi klipper den och han lägger den där.
Ja.
Då har vi bara 1,5 foten att dra på.
Jag håller med. Den värsta missen är väl nästan att skavtunt där så den täcker outen, men det ska ju mycket till också.
Gör han den här perfekt, då får vi väl antingen spela den då eller den tangeringen.
Ja. Fast det är tunt träff som
vilken
tunt
fart
träff lite
tänker du, Niklas? 10 eller?
Jag tänkte en 11. Som verkligen spelar för en halvträff liksom.
Ja.
Vanlig 11 tycker jag känns bra. Det har jag spelat där tidigare ungefär också.
Får vi halvträff så tror jag vi kan precis missa här.
Ja.
Okej, thanks.
Jag har väl en tredjedel ganska exakt.
Så,
lite mer tror jag.
They are going to try to hit this back guard, Kevin, with a quiet weight. I guess if they jam it on those 2 on the right-hand side, it doesn't really change a whole lot. A little comfort, perhaps, but that is the troublesome guard is the tight one.
Absolutely, the other one is very long. So definitely the right call in my mind. Play this and roll over a little bit.
Hate to feather that top one. That would be bad. Hit the Sedin.
Yep.
Throwing the quiet weight tap.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is well out there. Rasmus Rano trying to make a curl.
spel. Bra.
Ja.
Ну, 4. Состояние будет делать. Пусть везет. Да.
Полностью 4.
Не, полностью
So
4
bite the
будет
top 4, maybe a little bit more than bite the top 4 would be the perfect result here.
На чистую пусть везет, нет?
Yeah, right where his broom is seems to be pretty good, wouldn't it, Kev?
Не, смотрите,
right.
у нас два варианта. Если полностью, он здесь отталкивает. Если чуть выше, то он везет чисто.
Если мы вот сюда поставим.
Он повезет слева.
Открытый. Он с этой стороны вез уже, с этой еще не вез.
Давай. Он так будет бить, нет?
Я хочу, чтобы он по этой стороне вез.
I don't know that one that's not touching the 4-foot will be good enough.
Надо ему меньше заставлять место.
No, but if you play this to just we bite the top 4 on the center line, Nick can't nose it and be shot. You have to draw.
Сделает.
Let's go over to sheet B here, Kevin. Team Canada, Brendan Botcher. Difficult shot to win the game. Wide in-turn draw. Needs full 4.
Very nice shot on Benoit's last. He actually went through a hole and raised a guard back onto shot stone to make Brendan make this shot. So full 4.
Line's good.
Sweepers are really on it though. I don't know.
That is not going to get there, and a hard-fought battle there. Team De Cruz from Switzerland steals the extra end against Team Botcher. Team Canada, and wins that one 5-4 in 11. Back to our update game. Sweden, Team RCF, and that rock is just going to come up light. Gets to second shot stone. Nicodine looking at this hit. Guess he could hit it anywhere on the outside and be pretty safe, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't play the draw here. Kev, what?
He likes a catcher on the side. He can afford to hit a half rock on the outside and still win.
Jag tycker inte det, inte med en 10.
Nej, det ser inte ut så.
The ice he's got is good for both. It looks like it's a hit.
10-0 ska aldrig kunna spinna någonting på den där. Den är ju lite djupare så.
Gukov definitely would have liked that another 2 feet deeper. Pretty simple shot here for Adine. Last rock, extra end. Team Sweden looking for their third win.
Viktigt. Ren.
Vi kommer vicka lite utåt, bara hoppas på att den inte spinner upp.
Looks pretty good.
Nice.
Perfect. Nicholas Adine goes to 3-1 after losing his first game to De Cruz from Switzerland. He's starting to pick up some momentum, and Team Glukov from RCF also 3-1. Hanging tough against the 2-time defending world champions.
Ja, han gjorde ju ömsom min ömsom vatten kan man säga.
Försöka äta någonting.
Riktigt bra.
Tjommen tar bort den där.
Några riktigt bra och några riktiga katastrofriller. Nej, skit i det. Tight mellan matcherna, det får de fixa.
Seventh end of play. in our feature matchup, Team USA against Team Japan, and it was a pretty easy shot here for 2 points for Team Schuster, 2018 Olympic champions, that put them in pretty solid control
Still shocked.
of the game. 4 up, playing 8, and desperation time for skip Yuta Matsumura.
Oh, there was
had to play the double angle raise here, the angle raise double, Kevin.
Yeah, there's nothing else. There's no choice, and just a 1 in 10 at best shot. But look at this. Oh, well called, well swept. Tremendous shot for 2, and brings them back into the game.
So down 2 without the hammer. Now in 9, really in desperation mode for the steal. Made a nice draw on his last, Matsumura did, but John Schuster was solid all game.
Solid.
Really didn't miss anything that he needed. Has an angle raise here to put this one out of reach. And he'll make no mistake. Score 3 more, and giving him a 10-5 victory over the Japanese champions. And we'll take a look around all 4 sheets. Team Italy handling Germany quite easily with extra end win for Switzerland, stealing the extra to beat Canada. And it was Nicholas Edin, 2-time defending champions, winning a tough one against Team RCF. And 2 teams on top now, Team Norway and Team Switzerland, both at 4-0. And we've got a number of teams at 3-1. And we still have 4 teams at the bottom of the pile that are looking for their first win.
Well, John Schuster, thank you very much. A great game. Puts you in pretty good standings with 3-1. But I'd like to hear your thoughts, not on your game because you were fantastic today, but I want to hear on your team's performance and where you think you stand right now as a team, almost halfway through this World Championship.
Yeah, I think we've definitely built off of where we were at the beginning. So that game was a much cleaner game than we've put a full game that I thought we put together. I thought we got, a fair share of unlucky breaks, including in the first end where that measure was out somehow. But we, the ability to get past that and really focus on throwing the rock well and making shots, and we executed the entire game.
Let's talk about the third end, because that's where you really broke the game open with that beautiful in-turn tap for 3. I wanted to ask you, we talked about it in the booth, Mike and I, about the pocket hit on the other side for 5.
I couldn't see enough of it to make it.
You couldn't.
I couldn't see enough of it to make it.
The way you were feeling it, throwing so well, I thought you might have a go at that. One more quick thing, though. Next game tomorrow morning against Canada. Any thoughts on that, or do you look ahead to who you're playing?
I try not to look ahead too much, but we still have Switzerland tonight before we play Canada tomorrow. So we knew that that this 3-game stretch of the schedule was going to be a very important one for us. So, obviously, 3-1 where we sit, we're happy with, but we have a couple huge battles ahead of us against 2 very good teams that are out there still battling out right now.
Okay, thanks a lot, John. Good luck going forward.
Thanks, Kevin.
Well, that'll wrap things up from Draw 7 here at the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. And we look forward to bringing you more coverage the rest of the week, and we'll say goodbye from Calgary for now.
Shot. Game. Good luck. Good luck. Game. Let's try that again.